matches?
No. I draw them like that.
All right. Somebody roll some dice.
Okay.
Oh, I'll do it.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Hit it. Hey, we're back.
Woo.
All right. So
Recap.
real quickly. Last night there was, or yesterday, last session, session 10. There was midterms.
Disturbance in the force.
There was some midterms, and everybody rocked their midterms.
Woo.
I actually have some follow-up stuff I want to ask about that. And then now we're getting ready for homecoming. So first thing we had here was Syl is getting her clothing checked out by Maria at Vigil's place, her and Vigil's place. And Maria is teaching her dance moves by watching them on YouTube, copying them, and then having Syl copy that, since she can't actually copy it from the YouTube videos and stuff like that. And in the process, she is shifting your freak up so you can get your freak on and moving your superior down.
Oh, wow, thank you.
Because she thinks you think too much.
Honestly, she's probably right. Anyway,
Vigil's comment on this is you realize that she's watching you from the door frame at one point in time is like, I don't see where you'd be able to hide any weapons on that.
Yeah. Here's the thing about that. We don't bring weapons to the dance.
Who's we? You got a ferret in your pocket? Do you at least have pockets in that thing?
Welcome to 2019. We have no pockets on anything.
Because of the pamphlets.
Alright, we need to talk about the sexist history of women's pockets at some later date. We're not going to talk about that right now. But next time, formal wear in the spring for the Golden Night, you're wearing pockets. We're going to fit pockets in there.
No.
At least for an extendable baton.
No.
Something.
No.
Why would you turn an offer like that down?
Slimline. It'll be great. It'll help your posture. Okay. What was I going to say? I don't recall.
I said something about midterm follow-ups.
Midterm follow-ups. So, Syl.
What up, broski?
Set that aside for a sec. Pour for war. Alright, so you had your team of misfits. Let's just get them back online here.
Oh, yay.
Let's just get them pulled back up here real quick. We had this beautiful team of misfits. Let's get back to your other beautiful team of misfits.
Oh, yay. Beautiful voice.
This side. So you did I'm giving you kind of a bonus thing here. Grab your move sheet. Move sheet. There you go. Please.
It's away.
You haven't seen what a way looks like. Do you want to see what a way looks like? Please? Thank you. Okay, so you've got Rachel. Oh. Chad. We didn't rule anybody out. We kept all 6 people, counting you, right? All right.
No, we got rid of Sharon.
Yeah.
Oh, did we get rid of Sharon?
Uh-huh.
That's probably just as well. So, Rachel, the popular but ditzy, but treats you normally. Chad, Knox, Derek, and you.
Mega oof.
You rolled mundane, and you got to quote someone, boxcars, bitch. So, take a look at Pierce the Mask. Okay. And what does a 12 on Pierce the Mask give you?
On
10 plus.
Asking 3.
Okay. I'm going to let you ask 3 Pierce the Mask questions. Each question, no, not for the group. Each question directed at a specific person. You can ask the same question multiple times about different people if you so choose. So
Just in the class.
No, the people on your team.
Oh, these people?
No, the people on your
Oh, the history people.
on the history project team. Yes. So Angela, Chad, Knox, or
No, Angela wasn't
Derek.
in it. Rachel, Chad.
Oh, sorry.
no.
Rachel, Chad, Knox, and Derek. You can ask Pierce the Mask questions, 3 of people.
Wait, what? Hold on. I can't.
Why are you whispering? Why can't Jamie hear? Why can't I hear, for that matter?
And I just have to figure it out.
Wait, let's see.
Alright, now you're letting Jamie know. This is good. I just get to sit here and live in ignorance for like all of 2 minutes until you ask me the question anyway.
Do you really?
I know! I just had a breakthrough!
Well, what if it's not that?
I can see right through you.
What?
Okay.
What if it's not that?
I love how you guys think I have some sort of ulterior plan. I have no plan. I am planless.
Which person should I ask out first? Chad is too easy.
Rachel. No,
Rachel?
no. Knox. Do Knox.
Do Knox?
Because why would
Okay.
she's useless? That would be a reason why.
Okay.
But what is?
I want to ask Knox, what are you really planning?
With regards to...
Anything.
Oh, what is Knox's
I really
thing?
think- No, guys, I don't think it's like.
I think it's this.
I don't think so, but I think that
he's
would be
being
cool.
nonchalant about it. I think it's that.
See, what's what?
Don't say it, because if it's not, then you're gonna give him the idea.
Oh, you think Alias is hiding in the class somehow? Oh, that's interesting.
Because I don't know these people very well.
Can we just not? We've just fought him. He's kind of like.
No, I. That's not. I mean, that wasn't what my plan was. I just wanted you to get to know these people better.
Oh.
Oh, then do
Can I
Rachel.
You
change
sound so disappointed.
Can I change my
Yeah.
question?
Yeah, you can change
Or
your
do
question.
Derek and say, how could I get
No,
your
I
character
want
to do
Knox.
something?
I
You want
want
Knox?
How could I gain influence over you?
Oh!
Ooh.
I mean, I guess he is your boyfriend's best friend.
Shut up.
Set him up with a date with Ember.
Wait, was that serious answer?
Oh my god!
Was that serious answer? Because.
This is the best! Oh my god!
Don't you dare!
I can't do that. She's
I'm not saying
dating
you have to.
someone.
I'm saying that's the answer to the question. That's the easy answer. I mean,
If they break up, do it.
you want influence. That's the easy answer. I'm not saying there aren't other answers, but that's the first answer that's gonna become immediately apparent. I'm not saying he even says it, but any level of human awareness observation of the situation will tell you that he will pay a lot more attention to your opinion if you manage to make that happen for him.
Alone time with Ember.
Troublemaker likes
Sounded
the
like
fire
you said
starter.
Amber.
Film at 11. Newsflash. Spoilers, not really spoilers.
Oh no.
The delinquent likes the fire starter. Shocking.
Jesus. Don't
Okay,
touch me.
stop fighting. All right, there you go. What else you got for me?
Do Rachel. I want to learn
Oh
more
no,
about
do
Rachel.
Chad.
Oh, Chad. Chad, how could I get influence over you? I want influence over everyone.
I have.
She has influence over everyone.
He's coming up.
Same answer, but for Palisand.
God damn it! I knew it.
What? We don't don't need another
That's
guy for
right.
her. She's already got 2. That's too many.
Oh, she's got way more than
I freaking lied to it. What is going on? What is going on? Jamie, what have you not been telling us?
Jamie has melted out of her chair and is now hiding underneath the table.
I knew it.
Hugging her-
I freaking knew it,
hugging
man.
her penguin.
I asked that question and then I was like, he's gonna make it for Palestine, isn't he? God damn it. He can.
Wait, who else was in your
Chad
class?
is the worst.
What? Yes, he's the worst, but he thinks you're really cool. That's why he keeps
Ew.
kicking your desk. Because that's how they express themselves.
Do either Rachel or Derek.
That's how you know when a boy
Yes, that's
likes you
only
is
two
when he
people
hits your shoulder.
Ow. Do Derek.
Or
God.
Rachel. Because, she's Rachel and we want to learn more about her.
Wait, who hates Derek?
Derek is always
I-
asleep, might be a bug, gets people to do things
That's
for
the
him.
one that I
He's
don't
not the
like.
one
That's
that I
him.
hate, but I'm
That's the one
not
you're
a
like,
fan
who?
of him because he doesn't leave you alone.
Wait, no, wasn't he the one? No, that
No, the
was
one that-
Alex. That was
No,
Alex.
Knox was the one that creeped you out because he's a telepath, he can't read.
Yeah, Knox creeps me out. Sharon I absolutely hate, and then Derek I'm just not a fan of because he doesn't leave you alone. He's a bug.
Then do Rachel. You should do Rachel.
Who else do you want influence over?
Yes. No. I think she broke.
Oh, come on, do Rachel. Ask the same question to Rachel because I got the best answer.
Do Rachel. Do Rachel.
Hey, hey, I was gonna go with Derek. But
Okay, go with Derek. If you're going to focus on the boys, that's fine.
No. But if you have a good answer.
Or Alex.
Wait, Alex
wasn't
wasn't
in
on.
my group.
Oh, that's right. Alex wasn't in the group. That's right. Sorry.
Rachel. How can
See, I was
do
gonna
that?
have Chad like leaving you like roses like taped to your locker or something like that anonymously, and then have it come out at the dance. But this is so much better to have Sil figure it out and not have mentioned it yet.
Hey Rachel, how can I get influence over you?
You don't necessarily have
You
to ask
don't
them that
just
way.
I know.
This is
go
good.
up to someone and say,
How can I gain influence over you?
How can I gain influence over Rachel?
Yeah, how can I do that? Just tell me something that's not setting 2 girls up who already have one.
Let her
boyfriend
take
or
credit for
more.
the assignment.
No!
She never gets to be the smart one. She never.
That's because she's not the smart one!
You still get the grade. It's the taking credit part thing. She just never gets to be the smart one, and she kind of thinks that would be
such a
neat.
nice thing to do.
If you have
The smart one, Rachel?
Wait, think about this. Think about
You
this.
asked me
Think
these
about this.
questions.
Think about
Ah!
Think
You
about
asked-
this.
Why am I getting
She's
these?
popular. You have influence over her. You could get her to do stuff, and it would affect the whole school. The whole school
It's
knows.
true.
Do
who
I
she
have
is.
to do this stuff?
No, of course not. This is how. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You can get influence over people lots of different ways. A lot of times, okay, here's an example. You save somebody during a defend move. One of the options is you get influence over them. Okay, but that's like rolls involved, successful defends, blah 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 blah. This is I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna get this answer.
Because I can do Rachel.
Don't
I
do that,
can't do
Rachel.
Knox or Chad.
See, and that's what I'm talking about. These are they're
Hate Chad.
they're kind of easy things because I shouldn't say they're easy. They're
Straightforward.
straightforward and automatic. If you do this thing, then boom, influence. It's like free influence. Do you have to do it? Of course not. Just because is what I mean. Hey, mass murderer, how can I give influence over you? Get influence over you. Break me out. I'm not going to do that. But it would work for the thing that you're asking.
Mm-hmm.
So, is it a thing you have to do? Of course not. I would never do that.
I think you should do it with Rachel because
Yeah.
I mean we in our heart we all know who truly did it, but like
Yeah, the whole class
like-
also would know that you're the one
Uh-huh.
who did it.
No. She's going to sell it. You know. I do this a lot at work. I make sure, if somebody pays me compliments on some work or something like that, I make sure that I talk about all the other people that were helping me with it so that it doesn't feel like I'm owning all the stuff.
Except you do all the stuff, so.
whatever.
Not the point.
I'm a
Anyway.
genius.
I think you should. It's one of the easier ones, but it's up to you.
It's up to you. I just want to give you the information.
Housing, you literally have like 3+ boyfriends right now. Stop it.
I have one.
Oh, she's got way more than that. She has influence over the entire school. Everybody kind of pays attention to her, and that has led to some small amount of alien girl fixation. This is the price of being the princess.
Stop being so likable.
My question.
She's frumping about having everybody like her. I don't believe this.
My question. Why not? Like, I mean, out of everyone, just why?
Delinquent troublemaker. You
Yeah.
are. I mean,
You liked him!
I just never said I liked liking him. Cute accents. Can you resist a cute accent? I didn't think so. It's a good thing it's not an Australian accent because then we'd all be dead.
Australian accents are the best.
Stop it.
They are. They're amazing.
Australian accents are the best.
They're so fun to listen to.
You guys are hilarious. You need to get them hooked on the Rivers of London books. They would love that. The guy who reads these audiobooks that we listen to, he does like
He has the best
A,
accent.
he is British, and B, he does
Move
all
it a
the
bit.
accents, and he's amazing at them. You can't even believe that he's doing everybody in the book. It's crazy. Anyway,
You have influence on Rachel.
you were doing
You should write that down.
the
Duels.
thing, the duels, and I'm going to
Wait,
give
do
you.
I get influence over Rachel?
Yes,
Okay.
if you do the thing,
Yeah.
when the announcement comes out.
Yeah.
So when they go like, "Hey, nice job, Team Knox," she's like, "No, trust me, it's all Team Rachel," and she blushes, flushes, smile on her face a mile wide,
See, and this is why I wear blindfolds, so that no one can see me rolling my
and then
eyes.
after you get out of the classroom, the hug she tackles you with in the hallway is almost enough to set off your self-defense act, instincts.
Aw, you did the right thing. Good job.
No, I didn't. Hours of
She did do
sleepless.
work. It just wasn't good work. It wasn't great work.
She tried.
She tried. She did work.
And she failed.
It wasn't like, Derek who like barely did anything. She at least did work. It just was,
Lacking.
I'm going to record all the audio, says the person with a lisp and retainers in, Oh, please don't. It's okay. Please don't. Anyway. All right. You dueled Surge.
Chris.
And granted, it was a freak roll, but what I'm going to do is have you look at the move for directly engage.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You have options there. Pick one.
Only one? Okay.
Impressive.
Yeah, sure, I'll impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Which one?
Impress.
No, which opposition?
Oh no, there was only one opposition. It was Surge. So you want to have come out of this thing having impressed Surge, not just like one, but actually left him impressed.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Because
okay.
Then
I
he'll
feel like
have
he was
more
totally
respect for
expecting
you.
to just, crush me.
Okay. I'm wondering if that's going to equate to an influence.
I think she should have to roll.
Let's see how you handle it right after the fight. What's your what's your character's last name?
Ray.
Ray. Miss Ray, reasonably well handled during that conflict. Well done. Sure you'll get a passing score from this. And I would like you to give me a mundane roll in terms of interacting with him afterwards.
Okay.
Can you win gracefully? Can you be a good winner?
4 or 5.
So be an asshole.
So
I'm gonna. Well, unless does anyone want to help me?
I mean, can't really.
Can they?
Potential.
No, you're there. Everyone's watching and that kind of thing.
Just take
Um, So this could be you like going, yeah, okay, and then running after Emilio. God damn, I should have named him Diego. My brain.
I like Emilio.
I know. This could be you running away while he's still talking to like catch up to Emilio or something like that. You're not going to get influence over him.
Yeah,
But you'll still
I
impress
love
him.
that.
It's just that you'll impress him, but at the same time, still
Great.
leave him feeling like you're still definitely too young for this.
Mm-hmm.
You're still just a teenage girl and not quite ready for all this power.
That is why I am in a school to
Yeah. So not at the point of influence. Is that what happens, or do you put your foot in your mouth in some sort of
No, I like that.
phenomenal way? You're it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I got it. Thanks, and like run off.
Mhm.
And he's like, that's not what he does, but he just looks after you. Actually, one robotic Palicine. Can I see the move sheet, please?
I will be right back.
Adios, amigo. Amiga.
Maybe I should switch.
Yeah.
Because you had a really good roll too, and I kind of want to have you. Actually, what I'm gonna do the same thing, and this is gonna be a lot easier roll for you, which is depressing. I'm gonna have you make a mundane roll afterwards when you're being congratulated by Mr. Brick as a to see if you can get influence over him. Just influence,
That would be great.
but it would be great.
You give her too much power.
8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh my god!
What? You can melt a planet. Everybody likes her, and you're jealous of her. That's what I think is hilarious. Because that is so high school. I can melt a planet, but everybody likes her.
It's not fair!
Mr. Brick is very impressed with how fast you were able to get up to speed on everything. You were focused and disciplined during the contest, and like, what do you say when he's congratulating you on everything? Because it's unexpectedly something. You're always nice and just kind of sort of a pleasant, but generally not like something that you do in your response to him is not what he was expecting.
I say thanks and then I give him a hug.
Okay. Oh, you know what? You've got a thing for that. Look at your actually, this ties in perfectly, because your triumphant celebration thing is if you express like physical affection for somebody, like with hugs and stuff like that, you can take influence over them. So that like the fact that you do that, it wouldn't necessarily automatically work on NPCs and stuff like that. But since you're already doing this thing, that totally, he's like, thanks. That's very, all right. I guess your planet is a hugging planet. That's good to know. In case I ever have to go there.
How do you manage to get teachers to like you? That's my question.
You do have this thing that's happening between midterms and the dance. There's this apparently interesting custom. This is going to be like, how does Palestine lose influence from all of her teammates? Apparently, there is a custom on Earth here where people express their interest in dancing with you at these parties by slipping notes through the vents in your locker. So every class, when you come back to your locker, there's notes.
Oh no, that's fun.
Who do you mention this to first, who informs you that that's not actually happening to everybody?
Wait, can I see?
What is that?
First line, remember?
Yeah, I know.
What
I
was
was gonna
that?
choose you. Yeah, Ember.
I was trying to go like this, and then Jamie freaked
I
me out.
got-
She was sitting
Look
there.
what I got influence over.
She hugged him and got influence. How do you hug someone? Like,
No, well, it's not
I
just
influenced.
that.
How is that
No,
possible?
it's also that I rolled an 11.
Yeah, it was the 11 on the mundane roll.
And then you gave him a hug.
Yeah.
Well, every
It's
time
like
I
something
roll
you
an
want
11,
to
it's
tell
probably
us.
because I just blew something up.
This is why I'm laughing, because she can like melt a planet,
Ember.
but she has people who like her and she's
Ember,
jealous of her.
Yes, Penny.
Have you gotten like all these notes in your locker?
No.
Huh.
Are you getting secret admirer notes from people?
What?
Oh boy. Okay.
Wait, Penny has secret admirers?
Every class when she comes back to her locker, there's more notes in her locker.
Are they
like
all
like
the
slipping
same,
through the
like-
vent of her locker.
Are they all like the same type of handwriting?
No.
Okay. So
I'm gonna have to go.
I'm just
I will
talking
see
to her
you
right
guys
now.
next.
You don't know about this.
No, yeah, you haven't heard
So,
about this.
I need to.
okay.
I need to know.
So that's a good thing. It's not one obsessed person. You know, I don't know if you've noticed, but you seem to have a lot of people that are really friendly with you,
Hi, Penny. Somebody goes by.
that tend to like you.
Hey.
You know, something I'm not very familiar with.
I like you.
Thanks. These are people that have crushes on you. So basically, the way you feel about Mr. Brick, but you don't want to tell him, they feel about you. But it'd be inappropriate for you to like him back because you're already in a relationship. And do we know about Joe Run? We do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she briefly
Yeah, she
touched on
mentioned
it.
that like that was a
And
whole book.
kind of in a relationship with an alien. So maybe just ignore it.
Tell me about the notes that Joran used to sneak to you back in the day that this reminds you of.
Aww.
How did that happen? Where did he leave notes where only you would find them?
Down in this like alley type thing, there was like a little, kind of like a bird box type thing, but
Okay.
it was out of use.
Okay.
No animals were living in it, so you would just put them in there
And you could
so that no one else really looked in it.
right. And he didn't necessarily put your name on it or his name on it or anything like
Yeah.
that. So even if somebody found it, it would just be, oh, some secret people or, you know, some young couple are slipping notes. There's no indication that it was necessarily you. So he would slip these kinds of things. These aren't nearly as straightforward as his. His go back and forth between, like, he'll tell you, he would tell you notes of like, this is where I saw you today and you didn't see me. Where I was lucky enough to see you, even, you know, just because of my duties, I was in the right place at the right time to, you know, see you, and just saying, you know, this is the times I got to see you, and, you know, why I'm counting myself. Like, some of the notes would be, why I'm counting myself particularly lucky today.
Same layer, goddamn.
Really?
She does it every time.
You are the literal worst at that today. You've been better at that.
Who's that?
I don't know. And I won't be able to figure it out because I'm on the same gosh dang layer.
Undo is your friend. How many minutes of work did you put in there that you're gonna have to unlayer?
Like 10.
Oh dear, that's a lot. Undo is your friend.
Hey, at least you don't have to sit by someone where everyone's like, "Oh, hey, you're the best," and you're like,
Tell me that while you're talking to her and explaining how crushes work, having everybody go by going, "Hi, Penny," isn't like the best actual add-on.
"Oh no, it's great."
I'm so proud of that. Anyway, so yeah, he would be like, this is why my day was better. Then his next note might be like, explaining why, he's glad that he's a guard in the palace because he's still going to get to see you, even though he understands that you will never be together, and he's okay with that pretty much doom. Blah 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 blah.
You have more of a chance of being with him than you and Colin.
So in a weird.
Stop! Expect to build a life with a human.
Ruining her wholesome little child. She's so precious.
You guys are the worst. So precious. That is a cool. Is that the Ember dress?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's good stuff. I like that. That's pretty cool. I gotta figure out a way to get that up here where I can look at it. Wait, I do that.
Excuse me.
Get it over here in the Roll20 so we can get it over here. Do. We got dresses. Nice. That's cool, man. I gotta get that other one up for
Alright, what now?
Pelsian, it's been a while since you've been back to visit at the Aegis facility with Jordan. Are you doing any of that in this? Is he on your mind enough to make you go, I should loop back and, see how he's doing and stuff?
Not lately, just because of the whole math thing.
Right, but now that that's kind of
But,
passed.
yeah,
and,
now that that's over.
We've got like a week, and the princess stuff is constantly coming up because people are like.
I voted
Actually,
for
the worst one. That's one of the worst ones. While you're talking to her, it's like, "Hey, Penny, I voted for you," and you're like, "Go, go, da, 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 da." So.
Just,
You jealous sack of potatoes.
just.
I got a nice error message from Gmail just now. Something's not right. Like, that's it. Really? That's your. There we go. I got it now.
Who hacked into your Gmail?
No, it's trying to pull up the chats and stuff, and it won't come up. Come on! I just want the masks one. There we go. I need these masks. Pictures. 4 pictures. I need the one of the other dress is what I need.
Wait, are you understanding this concept at all? Just the concept of everyone has a crush on the alien
No.
girl?
No, she explained it pretty well because I liked how you explained it. It's like how you are, like, everyone feels about you the way you feel about Mr. Brick, but you don't tell him.
Uh-huh.
I still don't. fully
Next logical jump is,
understand.
does that mean I'm supposed to secretly send a note to Mr. Brick to ask him to dance with me at the dance?
No, that is very much not the right decision. Please do not do that. See, yours has to be a little bit more of a secret because he is
It's
an
illegal!
adult and you are a child.
Wrong picture again.
We have a thing called laws here in America, and you are under the age of legal consent. So technically, you can't say, I'm okay with being in a relationship with someone who's older than me, like way older than me.
Ever.
I like that, way older. There we go. All right, we got pictures up. That's good. I got it. I got Sill's picture. I got Ember's. We don't have a Palestine. Do we have a Palestine dance
Not
picture?
yet.
Is that going to be her then?
No.
It's good stuff, man. All right. Back to your disaster monkeys. Let's get you disaster gremlins.
Is it time for a little talk with Ember?
Disaster gremlins.
Yay! Yeah! My ooh boys!
Ew! You need to just disappear with the camo. Just go away. You know, just. Okay.
Wait, where'd she go? I
She's
only see her
gone now.
legs.
I know. I can't see her.
That's
I'm
scary.
sorry.
Ah!
She's back.
It's just her head.
Always come back.
All right. So, lunch of the day. Where are you guys at? Oh, you know what? I got a good picture here. Let's get you right to.
I don't care where we're at. I just
Oh,
need
wait,
everyone to
wrong one.
focus on me and listen to what I'm saying. Oh, hey.
We'll just get rid of this person. We need her to show up right now.
Right now.
He's totally gonna attack us.
What?
You guys have enough going on. All right. So I didn't hear your question. Is this a visit Joren kind of time during the time between midterms and the dance and everything like that?
Well, not really visit, but I've been thinking about him a lot.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I was wondering if it's because he did fly all the way here to see you. Maybe you should see him.
Mm-hmm.
So do you do that at any point during the?
Probably.
Yeah.
Does he remember you yet?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see if I can find.
Quack.
It's Colin.
Quinn and Jad.
Yeah.
Quack.
Quack.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm Pollen. She's Quack, and then
And I'm
obviously Steve.
Steam, even though it doesn't have anything to do with our names.
That's good though. I like Steam. Steam's a good one. Just because this will be super awkward, we'll put it on this layer.
Wait, you're putting
Who was
it on
the girl
same
we
old-
fought who was with Alias and Jabber?
Fulcrum.
Fulcrum. I almost said Falcon for some reason.
I have all our villains.
Nice.
Is this the top of this guy?
Possibly
It's
what?
like, is Papalota?
Oh yeah,
It's a Papaloto.
So when you go and Ixapodal, I need to figure out how to pronounce that. So when you go to the, just pull this up over here. When you go to the Ages bases. We've been working on his memory image association, seeing if there's any news that might jog his memory. Lots of rest, physical exercise, that kind of thing. And we think it's getting a little better, but it's hard to say. So really it's great. I mean, honestly, we don't have a way of really exposing him to things from his home that might help. So the fact that you're coming is great. It'd probably be very helpful. So he's got like a sort of a suite where they keep him, mostly. He's not exactly under arrest, but he's definitely encouraged to stay within the bounds, especially since he's, not fully functional, so not really arguing with that. So it's sort of an apartment, but it's got a lot of cameras and stuff like that. So you can see him kind of on security cams in the area and stuff like that. And he's like sort of flipping through screens.
This is gonna make me so sad.
Looking at like different pictures and associations and various things like that. And he's like this. He's the big, older, super heavily like muscled, big guy. Not atypical for his people, but definitely older. Kind of a thing. Do you want to surprise him? Should we tell him that you're coming, or?
Whatever.
Well, really, what do you think would be best?
Probably tell him.
All right, and you'll just head down. We can take you down to where you.
Okay.
Okay. When the door opens for the apartment, you're all prepped for what you saw on the camera. But what's there is the younger, like, you know, just out of, you know, boot camp kind of young guardsman appearance that you remember. And he's smiling and somewhat quietly smiling, but smiling, and says, "This is a pleasant surprise, Princess. Come in. I'm. They have a number of beverages and food. Anything, or did you just?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, this is hurting my heart.
Well, please sit. Be comfortable. It's a quite comfortable thing, and hopefully I won't be here for very much longer. You know, as my memory starts to come back and everything like that. But it's very pleasant, and they've been very kind. So I assume you had something to do with that. So thank you. What did you need anything, or were you just
No.
coming? Is this a social visit?
Just coming to say hi.
Oh, I see. Well, that's very good too. And he sort of sits like he's not entirely sure how to sit or anything. You know, he's not.
Yeah, and this is very awkward for me because I don't want to say anything that he doesn't know about.
I see.
Makes me so sad.
So my memories have been coming back slowly. I believe I was sent on a matter of some urgency, which is it's definitely frustrating. Trying to remember whatever that was, knowing that it's probably quite important. I think it had to do with, oh my God, now his name's not going to, Dominus? No.
You mean her villain?
The bad guy.
Vanquish.
Vanquish.
Yeah, Vanquish.
I think it had to do with Vanquish. I haven't.
That name to Palestine would be like Voldemort to Harry Potter characters. Oh damn! It's just like, okay.
So he's certainly awkward. You were saying, is it mostly the royal family or certain species or bloodlines that are telepaths on your planet? Is that more rare than the some of the other abilities and stuff like that? The shapeshifting is more common, but the telepathy is
telepathy is
I think it's
pretty
shapeshifting.
common. It's not like everyone has it, but a decent amount of people have
Okay.
80% of the population.
Probably not.
Like
I think probably not him. You could initiate it though. You could initiate a. Is there some kind of physical signal or body language or something like that that would indicate I am like the telepathic, like the requesting a telepathic link version of going, call me. Like, is there something like that?
No, I really just go in people's heads whenever I want.
Just like, you know.
Well, he's being very, very sort of fumble-mouthed about all of this stuff verbally. Is this the kind of thing where you'd be like, this would just be much simpler if we were just thinking brain to brain? It was always easier with him to just get past all of that stuff by just connecting with him. Do you do that now?
Yeah.
Okay.
All you hear is screaming of
that?
children.
That cat.
Is
that you? Oh. You made me turn the chair.
Homecoming episode and we haven't actually done anything.
Oh, the homecoming part is easy. We're getting here's the thing. Homecoming is over and done fast. The prep leading up to it is always the big deal.
Don't you want your whole talk with us?
Besides, everything is so drama stricken because of all the stuff that's leading up to it. Do you think you can find out stuff here? Look at the questions that are available. Okay, so here's a couple of things. Look at the questions that are available to you to ask under Pierce the Mask, and the questions that are available to you under Assess the Situation. If those look... So, Pierce the Mask, obviously based on mundane. Assess the Situation is based on superior. It's a little bit more tactical type of stuff.
Yeah.
If you just want to forget about the questions and know stuff as a big sort of clump of factoid, bleh, that's Unleash Your Powers. And expanding your senses and just sort of like getting a snapshot image of everything going on with him right now. And then you just have to process it all without the benefit. The benefit of Assess the Situation is you might get a +1 on something. Pierce the Mask, you know, there's some actionable stuff.
I think I'm going to do Unleash Your Powers.
And just kind of just get a full snapshot read of his whole thing. That's a freak roll. Do you have any conditions right now?
No.
So you're just going to kind of just read him kind of thing.
I got a 6, 7.
Okay. Do you want this to... I have a very strong... I have a very strong preference here. On a 7 to 9, mark a condition, or the GM will tell you how the effect is on stable temperature. I would love for you to mark a condition for this one, because you're going to learn stuff that will probably get... Let me tell you what you figure out, and then you can figure out what condition you take from this. He is holding this form because he knows it's the most comfortable for you. He is making himself look like he did when you knew him, because you've been gone for 25 years.
Oh my god!
The travel across space wasn't handled. The scientists weren't bang on the money that, so the subjective time dilation has meant it's been 6 or 7 months for you, and years have gone by at home. The planet is Afghanistan. Blasted cityscapes in his mind's eye, destroyed stuff. He's married? He has had children. He was sent because it was like, who could be sent, who could be spared that you would recognize, be familiar with.
Oh my god.
He doesn't actually remember all of this. This is stuff, and some of it is just the trauma of getting here, and some of it is like basically PTSD.
Oh my god. If you don't take guilty for this.
Well, it's
Guilty.
beyond her control. I mean, I don't know about that, but
I wasn't gonna say
I'm gonna do
guilt.
hopeless.
Yeah, hopeless. I was
All
gonna
right.
do hopeless.
up top. That's an awesome read of that.
Oh, gee.
And he doesn't necessarily remember all this. Now, my question is, does he remember all of this because of you opened the gates and now he can access that stuff?
Yeah.
Does that-
Probably.
You just broke us. Broke us.
So, and so the rebellion is still going, but it how should I put this? There are still forces in rebellion against Vanquish, but for all intents and purposes, they don't. The rebellion doesn't hold. There's no part of the world he doesn't control. They're in there, but they're basically like guerrilla forces striking here and there to keep things destabilized, to keep, but his hold is pretty much solid, and based off that, and part of that resistance is based on the fact that he still never managed to capture the royal family.
We'll protect you with our life. I know we're not like.
Partly because they blend in with the rest of the population. Having found out that one of them escaped the planet, they've learned that he's going, well, they're going to be that one's going to be a lot easier to find amongst a bunch of people who aren't like them. So I'll find them, and that will give me the leverage that I need to find the rest of the family.
Oh my god, this is so bad.
I hate you forever.
Joran is.
I hate you
They're
3,000, Dad. I hate you 3,000.
Oh, that's harsh.
Excuse me.
He was actually captured for a while by them and had some experiments done on him and stuff, but they managed to get him out. So the reason he has the powers and stuff like that is because he was it was some effort to take their shapeshifting abilities and meld it with Vanquish's super soldier stuff to build it, and that's been successful. But it hasn't led to 100% obedience, and Jordan is an example of that. So he's strong, but he's not strong as Vanquish, but he's strong, and that's why he was sort of their first big success. But he was their first big success before the mental conditioning kicked in. So he was able to get out and stuff like that. Returned to the royal family, was able to prove his loyalty, and then was sent to warn you.
Oh my god.
You have a goddess of death on your ass. I don't think that's demonstrably worse than this.
I don't care. This is heartbreaking. He's married.
I know.
That's the part that you're concerned about.
I know. Yeah, world in tatters. But the boy is married.
Well, that's one less boy on your list.
That's true.
Wow, it's super cold.
Oh my god.
You okay? Are you okay?
I think you broke her.
Did I break you?
Sure.
Is this work okay for you? Now, my question is, does this take a powerful blow, Tara?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'd be like, you're insane if you don't take that. Like.
Ooh, no, it's good.
4 conditions.
Yeah, one condition.
Right?
So get you to 5.
Good job.
Take potential.
I didn't even use those dice.
Take potential. Good. And tell us how you weather this. It doesn't rock
Leave.
you. What's that?
I just leave.
You don't even say goodbye.
Well, I say goodbye, but
I
then
don't even say like, okay, I'll keep an eye out. Like, you just.
Princess? And that's like what he's saying as you are walking out.
Why would you tie it together like that?
Double checking. Are you good?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if that was where you were expecting things to go with.
Nope.
Probably not. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you okay with this? All right.
Because now she can be with Colin and her 500 other thousand boyfriends.
Jamie.
You see, they're giving a little bit of sympathy, but I don't think they're giving you all the sympathy.
I'm
Because there's-
literally dying. This makes me so sad.
You guys all have your drama. I think that's the takeaway from high school. Is
Why is it slightly bigger than ours?
Okay, yeah, there's a whole planet.
Okay, but I have a goddess after me, like...
I mean, she is technically
I-
after all of us.
Am not.
But mostly
no,
you.
it's...
Mostly you.
And, like,
You have.
I could just go hide in a corner.
She's unhappy with all of you.
I do not.
Ember
have
has
to.
the delicious heat signature that tastes like candy. That's a whole different thing.
I'm the tracker, basically.
You mean is
You're not
like
the tracker. You're the tracky.
the thing that gets attached to a car to tell you where
Mhm.
you end up. Oh, that
I'm
kind of tracker.
Yeah.
You're the homing beacon.
I have nothing going on except for taking care of you two hooligans.
It's like this one.
So, is Maria coming with you to the lunch and coaching and going with you guys for the
Yes.
lunch thing and meeting all that stuff?
Yeah.
All right. So you are leaving Vigil's apartment. Vigil took off. She's doing stuff. She's okay. I can't take this kind of drama. Don't no means no, and no twice means you get to break their kneecaps. You need any other coaching?
Nope.
I give you makeup tips, but I really hate makeup. And also, seriously, how would you know if you got it right?
Thanks.
Oh.
Love you too.
Vigil, see, you have to remember, Rachel's not the only one that treats you like a normal person. Vigil does too, just in a different way. So you step out of the building, and there's a wall in your way, shaped like a person. Hello, Silhouette.
What?
Do you have a moment?
Wait.
I'm sorry, do you need to get your... I'm sorry. Hello, citizen. Do you have a minute?
Patrol?
No. Blue Brahma. Oh, it could be Patrol. No, I'm going to say it's Blue Brahma. It's not Patrol. It's definitely not Patrol. It's Blue Brahma.
I'm going to lunch with my friends.
Which
Can
one
we
of
make-
you guys got influence over Patrol? Was it you?
It was me.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's definitely not Patrol. It's Blue Brahma.
I don't know if I still
I'm
have
going
influence
to
over
lunch
him. That was
with
before
my
I started writing
friends. Can
NPC
we make
influence.
it quick?
You write it down. You do have it. What's that? I feel like two of you ended up with influence over Patrol.
I'm going to
No, it's
lunch
just
with
me.
my friends. Can we make this quick, please?
Certainly. I understand that you had a little bit of a run-in with... You had a little bit of run-in with some criminal elements. I want to commend you and your team for bringing in Fulcrum and Jabber. They're certainly troublemakers. I understand that they were allegedly involved, being led by another superpowered individual that you weren't able to identify.
No, I identified him. It's just no one believes me.
You believe it was Alias.
Yes. I don't believe. I know.
He's our hero at Registrars, and we don't have any actual evidence that he's been active in criminal activity. We just want to see what you could... We haven't been able to collect any security tape. Vigil wasn't able to provide any security tapes of the altercation.
Well,
Oh my god.
And he was wearing a mask of some kind that
Yes.
completely obscured his features.
That doesn't matter.
Is that accurate?
yes.
So
She's blind. It doesn't matter.
you were able to identify him.
Would it matter if I could see his face or not? Because even if he was wearing a mask, I wouldn't be able to see his face.
No.
I know it was him. Looks do not throw me off.
I understand that, but you don't actually have a comparative sample size to know for sure. You know that it was this individual that you've tangled with in the past, but there's no real indication that it might be, that it is Alias. But you believe that it was.
I know it was.
All right. He looks around the street to make sure no one's around, and he puts his hand on your shoulder and says, "Silhouette, I believe you. I want you to know that I believe you."
And I don't believe you.
And so
I don't believe your belief in me.
I believe that you encountered Alias and that he was up to no good in your base. I absolutely believe that that's true. You want to pierce the mask on him, or?
Oh yeah. 100%.
Aren't you glad you've got your mundane up?
Oh yay.
Now, do you have any conditions?
I do not at the moment. No.
I do. I still have a condition.
My mundane is
I
at a
have
+2.
Are you liking having your mundane at this for this session?
Then we'll bring it back down.
But I don't need it because I rolled an 11.
Nice.
You got a 13.
Okay. So you got an 11, that gets you up to a 13. Now that lets you ask some questions.
Where is Pierce the Mask?
No, pierce the mask, yes.
Yes. On the 10 plus, ask 3. What do you want me to do?
I want you to be... Now, I'm answering this in character. I don't care how the conversation actually sort of came up, but it's like... I don't want you to put yourself at risk, but you've taken on the life by working with Vigil. You've taken on the life of at least a sidekick, a hero in training, if you will, a future hero of the city. And as such, I feel comfortable asking you to continue along the route that you have. I believe that your own activities will draw this villain out. This, he wouldn't say villain. He would say like, well, he might say villain, but he says it like it should be pronounced ne'er-do-well. You know, we'll draw him out, and we're going to be keeping a close eye on that activity so that when he shows up next, we'll be able to capture him. So you continue as you have with the same investigation that you have, and if you learn anything that you believe might break this case open, please let me know. Because I want to be able to help you with that, and I think it's about time that we start paying attention to what you've been saying and what Vigil's been saying, and bring him to justice.
How could I get...
Absolutely true. From what you can tell from his heartbeat and everything like that, absolutely true.
I don't believe this!
I do. He kind of, like...
What's the next thing?
Are you going to say how can I get your character to tell the truth?
Yes!
Well, he is telling you the truth.
What about what are you really planning? And then you could do how could I gain influence over you?
Yeah.
How could I get an influence over you?
How can you get influence
Stay
over
with
him?
Vigil.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, keep that theme going. No.
That would go so bad.
How to
That
get
would be
influence
hilarious.
over him. If you absolutely commit to this now, sell it to the point where he has complete confidence in your participation, he's going to believe what you tell him going forward.
That's pretty good.
Fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. What were you really planning? Is that what the other thing?
Mm-hmm. What are you really planning?
What are you really planning? I assure you that my commitment in this situation is to ensure that Alias never sees the light of day through anything other than bars. Actually, never sees the light of day for the rest of his life.
Who?
And
This does not...
well, through justice. Through the justice system. But the way he says it, there's an underlying thread of real ill will. Like, I don't want him to ever be able to see anything ever again. Kind of, you don't know whether you're reading into that or what, but there's definitely this vibe of I'm just going to say ill will. He definitely wants Alias to disappear. But there's a sense of disappear in the CIA, like, black site sense of the word. Can I count on you?
Of course. I have a lunch to get to.
No, sell it more.
It was nice talking to you, and I will be sure to keep track of things in the future.
Indeed, indeed. I know how important these social obligations can be, especially at Phoenix Academy. The pressure is high. Enjoy that silver mask. I might even see you there. I think I'm crowning one of the classes. Not yours. Don't worry. Don't want the pressure to be too high. But I think I might be there to crown possibly the king. It would be appropriate, I suppose. I was the king once upon a time.
Oh my god.
So if I see you there, I won't say anything. I don't want to ruin the cool by having an adult talk to you. But I'll notice.
I'm guessing he does.
Just assume that you got the thumbs up from me
Goodbye.
without me actually doing it.
Just walk away.
Goodbye.
The boots, though.
The guy is like the
Right.
Tick, but without the antenna. Do you know what I'm talking about? The superhero, the Tick?
I'm guessing this dude doesn't have children.
Blue Brahma?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, lunch.
Lunch?
With the
What do you
boys,
got?
right?
Have I made everybody uncomfortable
With
now?
the boys, right?
Yeah.
No, no, just the girls.
Oh.
Boys are busy. They have their own plans. They have their own things that they're doing. We can get dressed without you. We're fine.
Okay, then I just texted them what their roles are. Is Maria coming?
What are the rules that you text the boys?
Okay.
Maria's coming.
No PDA.
So this is so you guys are kind of so once lunch starts, you're like have your phone up and you're like, okay, so this is what I texted them for the rules.
So,
I gotta get Maria up here. Hang on. Go
through
you,
the boys.
You go.
Do Jack.
that's the hard part. No. So basically, it's the first thing I told Colin was just focus on math. Be completely normal. Don't even talk about like pretend superheroes aren't a thing. Like that's the main thing is because in our house we pretend superheroes don't exist. So focus on being really smart because that's like how you would have gotten into the school.
Yeah. So I mean, let me get Maria up here real quick.
Also, I told Jack to try and not talk about dead people. Or, maybe just not even talking at all.
He'd be good at
So there's Maria. That's her older sister. We'll get Maria up here. There we go. So, I mean, that's going to be a problem. Because, I mean, your mom's kind of a helicopter, right? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, Jago's like...
Emilio's
like Dominican Republic super royalty. He's famous. Like, people know who he is. All she has to do is Google his name and she's going to know he's a super. And you're dating him, so...
Oh, no.
Jack, same thing. I mean,
Long
Colin...
line.
As far as I know about Colin, I mean, he's good, but... His family isn't famous, but he's got like 4 Twitter accounts.
I know.
He owns every possible spelling of hashtag.
I mean...
And he broadcasts superhero stuff and superhero memes all day long. It's his life. There's no way to not know. All she has to do is look these guys up. Honestly, she could probably do facial recognition when he walks in the door and it's going to know. If she has a problem with it...
I'm going to tell her soon. My goal is to just make her not suspicious for now.
If by soon you mean before dinner happens, then yeah. You're probably going to have to do that because she... probably already knows. So, girl, she's probably waiting to decide whether or not you're going to try and hide it from her. I mean, I don't know your mom's, but...
If she knew, she would tell me.
Really? Would she though?
Or would she wait until you're at dinner and then start asking questions?
That makes you extremely
If she's suspicious, she would wait and start asking questions. If she knows, she would tell me by yelling at me. And I don't know what next.
I guarantee
I mean-
you it's way more fun to make fun of you and make you uncomfortable in front of your friends.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a matter of fun, but you see, there's a reason why she doesn't like superheroes, especially masked superheroes, because
So both of you guys.
Why is that?
well, you know, my dad used to be a superhero, and then he died, and then we found out,
Wait, who was he?
I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
fire.
I don't know.
Fire
his
people
powers
who
were.
died? Look, do you know anything about that?
I don't know
It's
what his,
definitely fire.
no,
Okay, hang on.
it might not be fire. I don't know what his powers were. I don't know who he was really.
I mean, it would help if I knew who his ID was. I mean, secret identities and stuff like that makes it. When did he die? What year?
Wait, what year are we actually playing in as right now?
2019.
2019.
Okay, hold on. I gotta do some math. Wait.
How old were you? Like 5?
Yeah, I was 5. Wait, so that was 10 years ago.
So she's...
So 2009,
2009.
right? Is that 10
Was he
years
in a
ago?
fight? He
Yeah.
died in a fight?
I think so.
Okay. Okay, that's narrowed it down to 115. So male. It's better than half. Way better than half. Wow, that's weird. Like 70. All right. I mean, I've got everybody here from like Silver Age grade planet cracking people to like one guy who, as near as I can tell, was sort of like a bicycle courier in body armor. So, I mean, is any of that? I mean, like he had a bike and he fought people and he basically, well, he didn't even really fight people. He like rescued people from burning buildings and stuff and just let the heroes do the fight, like other real heroes.
Oh, I don't
Oh
know.
man, classic Beacon. The whole building fell on. That's not. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I've got everybody from one end to the other.
I
So
only found out a couple months ago he was an actual superhero. I have no idea.
okay. Well,
Ugh.
I mean, maybe you can poke around your mom's apartment. Maybe she's got like a box of knickknacks or something like that, mementos, memory stuff.
Maybe, but I doubt it. She was pretty angry after.
MyParanormalDNA.com. I mean, send in a blood sample, see what they find out. Super 23.
Super 23.
I mean, they've got websites for this, girl. If you really want to find out, you can find out.
Yeah, but then there's the thing is my mom will notice that I like what I'm doing.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, you can do a lot of this stuff kind of halfway anonymously. Send it to the school. You guys all have PO boxes at the school or stuff like that. They have stuff sent in and send it to the front office. Superhero research on your own genetic background through your school is probably going to be okay at Phoenix Academy.
I guess.
I mean, and she starts rattling off a couple of precedents where kids were allowed to check out that kind of stuff and review, research their own superhero abilities and stuff like that without their parents' knowledge because of reasons and blah 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 blah. Yes, also useful. Who's getting dessert? I want a brownie, but I don't want the whole brownie.
Third Sunday.
With a brownie?
With the brownie.
Yes.
Okay.
With the brownie.
I feel sick. I don't think I'm gonna have any.
Okay, so what are the rules for these guys?
Palestine, try not to talk.
Because
And
wait,
if you do talk,
I'm confused about this. Did you tell her that none of your friends had powers, or did you, being her, tell her that none of your friends had powers, including you?
Both.
I mean, I've
Okay.
she's asked me.
That's simpler.
She's asked me have you ever made friends with and I'm like, no. I mean, I don't really have, friends. I've just pretty much been I don't really hang out with anyone. And then she was like, oh yeah, I have some friends. And she's like, oh no, they're not super, So, like, it's kind of both, but...
Okay, well, I mean, Sil can act like a clumsy, boring Norm really, really, really easily. Like,
yeah.
she just channels her inner doofus,
I've
which
warned
is super
her about,
powerful.
like, the fact that, she's blind and just, like, don't talk about it.
She, like, takes a dinner roll and, like, flicks it at you when she says, you're like a... No! Maria takes a dinner roll and, like, flicks it at you when she says, like, you have, like, a superpower of acting like a doofus when you want to, and flicks it at you. And you just catch it.
And then, like, use real names. Do not use...
Super nicknames?
Super nicknames.
But that's not my nickname. My nickname is Penny.
I know.
You're confusing me.
Go by Penny.
Penny,
Don't
just,
talk a lot. Be
if you want to
yourself.
talk about... No, that is the wrong thing. If you want to talk about, like, math stuff and mathletes or whatever.
Get Colin. If worst case scenario, just abort and ask Colin like a programming question, and he'll be gone for.
I have no idea what to do about Jack or Emilio.
Oh, I got Jack. He's cool, man.
Because technically Colin isn't in actual, like... I mean, well, he is. But, like, I can just write him off as, oh, I didn't know he was a superhero fan.
You sound so tired.
I mean, this is life or death here, obviously.
I mean, do I tell her? Should I go home and tell her right now?
Well, you don't want to just walk in the door and tell her.
Mom, I'm bringing over superheroes!
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Wait till the second we walk in the door.
And then tell her that's even worse.
I don't...
I mean, do you have the conversation with her before everybody shows up, or?
Maybe I won't tell her that I'm a superhero.
No, you probably don't want to tell her that part.
Mm-mm.
She hasn't got... But, I mean, the boys are going to be very, very, very obvious.
Mm-hmm. Does Jack have a secret identity, or is he just...
No.
Okay.
He's just Jack Monday. The Mondays are... That's like... I can't think of a good example of this, really, but it's... There's some DC Comics kind of like examples of like just certain surnames that mean supernatural hijinks, and the Mondays are that.
Okay, so overall rule, you guys pretend you're not a superhero. For the boys, don't talk about superheroes. I think I'm gonna tell her that they're superheroes, but I'm gonna tell her that they don't have a secret identity. They're open about it. 'Cause I think she's better with that.
This is going to be a train wreck.
Thanks for telling me what I already know.
Yeah, I was going to say, it would feel harsher if I didn't see exactly that on your face for this thing. See, I think it's funny is, over here, your planet is in tatters. Over here, your mom is about to host dinner. And they're like equal amounts of disaster on your faces for both of these things.
I'm just sitting here like...
Blue Brahma wants to be your best your best research buddy, and that's almost just as terrifying. So,
Okay. Oh shoot! Now I have to.
out of curiosity, did you tell Vigil about that? Like immediately, or eventually, or is it just
No,
it's
I
weird.
shot her a text.
And what's the text say? I'm curious about this.
So, Blue Brahma is now extremely enthusiastic about securing Alias. And, yeah, that happened. So he came up to me and was like, want to be research buddies? So, I don't know how you want to handle that, but I personally think he should have come to you instead of me, but that happened, just filling you in.
Jamie, we're both gonna die.
I'm perfectly fine over here. None of my worlds are collapsing.
No,
I'm pretty
I
dang
see
stable.
Ooh, who are you drawing now?
I'm drawing Maria. I know, right?
With the Sunday brand.
Now, the downside is she can't send you image memes.
Because I won't get them.
Right. But what she sends you in text is basically this. She goes, I am, first of all, kind of insulted that after all of the times I tried to get them to take me seriously, they didn't, and now they are. And immediately suspicious. Actually, she doesn't even say that much. What she says is, and this is classic paranoid Vigil. She sends like concern in asterisks. That's all she sends. And then she says, we'll talk more offline.
Shit.
Which is code for, I don't want any of this recorded where people can eavesdrop. Which probably means mind-to-mind conversation, because that's the only thing that she completely trusts. Because
Well, what if Palestine is?
that is, we'll talk more offline is basically Vigil code for all lines of communication compromised. Don't trust anything.
Like the banner, don't trust it. The only thing you can trust are the pamphlets. The pamphlets are going to tell the truth.
The pamphlets are the only real thing.
The pamphlets.
In this world.
Always the pamphlets. All right. Let's talk about your mom. Let's talk to your mom. As you're coming into the apartment, your brother's on the way out. See you, nerd. Have a good dance or whatever thing, dinner.
Lucky you're leaving.
You are damn skippy. I am not coming anywhere near this conversation. Mom's in the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
She is making her famous order to the catering place.
Okay.
With a side I've ordered to the dessert place. But she's busy pulling it out of the delivery trays and putting into her own hot dishes and putting them in the oven to heat up. So she's gonna pretend that she cooked it all. So
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Do not burst her bubble on that.
So basically Monday night?
So basically Monday night.
Okay.
Monday night is basically the Monday night routine, but with dessert.
Oh, you were so screwed, bro.
Hey kiddo,
Hey, Mom.
are you excited for tonight?
Yeah.
I saw your dress. It's really pretty.
Thanks.
You sound
You're really
like
pretty.
What's that?
You're really pretty. I love you. You're the best mom ever.
Okay, what are you gonna ask me for?
I'm not sure it's really asking.
And she's not really looking at you. She's like doing stuff around the
It's
kitchen.
begging you not to kill me.
So, you know how you're not like a big fan of superheroes?
No, I'm not. I mean, I understand that they have a purpose, but lots of people who I don't really think of very highly have purposes.
You see,
And I know that you probably run into your fair share of people who want to be think that they want to be superheroes someday by going to Phoenix Academy, but it really is the best academy thing. I got your grades this semester. Very impressive. Nice job on it. I'm a little astonished at the math, kiddo. That's pretty good. I have been trying to stay out of your hair on that, and pretty.
thanks.
See, Sill's back here. That was me. It was me.
So, like,
I guess your study groups that you've been going to every single night and getting home late from have really been a help.
I might be dating a superhero, and my friends might be too. But it's okay because they're not masked. They're
This
like
is,
identity. Yeah, so it's okay.
Are
right?
you talking
Yeah.
about Diego, aka
Emilio?
Riptide? Or sorry. Damn it! I'm gonna print it on the wall. Are you talking about Emilio Reyes, aka Riptide?
I know you
That's
know, and yes.
Well, it's kind of hard not to. I mean, he's staying at the consulate. They've done feature pieces on him and his family in Newsweek, sweetie. But you know, he's pretty. Is he nice?
Yeah, he's really nice.
Is he doing superheroing here while he's in the country? Or is he just here to study and learn?
Well, you know, he's...
I don't want you put in danger because of the kinds of activities that those sorts of people attract. They try to keep their loved ones out of this sort of thing for a reason. They lie to their families because they know that they're disaster magnets. And I just hope that he's not currently active in that kind of activity.
No.
Although he seems very powerful, he seems very capable, he comes from a long line of it, that sort of thing, I understand that. Hopefully he's being trained by the best there at that school. But I'm just hoping he isn't dragging you into anything. You don't make a very good damsel in distress. I would hate for that to happen.
He's definitely not. He's mainly here to just study, but you know, there's a few like small run-ins, like a robber or something that, you know.
Have you been there for some of that?
No. He's just, you know, like told me.
No.
I'm like the rest of the population, you know, I'm gonna run away.
Well, I am, and she's sort of like cutting up. What did you? Okay, so you guys have fancy clothes on. What would she make? So it's going to be like roasted vegetables, some kind of meat, not like a lasagna or a spaghetti or anything. Nothing like that you're going to get sauce on your clothes.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like pork chops or meat or chicken.
Like Parmesan chicken,
something like that. But and like vegetables, stuff where you're not going to drip anything.
Yeah. Disaster magnet.
She goes, I'm just going to withhold judgment until I meet the young man. How about these other, well, I haven't met your friends, so hopefully I'll meet them too, but these other boys, are they in the same kind of situation? I suppose I'll meet them and learn some more.
Yeah, well,
do they have names?
Yeah, so,
Jack Monday!
One kid's name is Jack Monday, and he's...
The Mondays, that's...
Bolt.
I talked about disaster magnet, I had no idea how psychic I was being.
He's dating
Maria.
The blind one.
Cool.
Quinn. And then,
Is that her first name or her last name? Quinn.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's complicated. Just
It's her last name.
It is? Okay.
Yeah, it's
Quinn is her last name. Her first name is technically, well, it's basically Casey.
It's her last name.
Charity Quinn.
You just call everybody, you call her by her last name? You're that kind of friend?
Well, it's... more
She's
like
that kind of friend?
Yeah.
She's
if
the
your
last...
mom starts calling me Kendall, I will not hesitate to break her wrist.
Don't call her Kendall!
Her first name is Kendall?
She really doesn't like it.
Is there any other name she likes besides Quinn? I can call her Miss Quinn.
Casey.
She likes Casey, but not a lot of people call her that. But I mean, yeah.
I'll be special then.
Okay. The other one is an actual superhero. He just really likes superheroes. His name is Colin.
That's rude.
Colin...
I don't know his last name.
I suppose. Friend of a friend's... boyfriend of a friend, that sort of thing. Well, we'll learn more about Colin when we sit down for dinner.
Both on the map.
I will ask many uncomfortable questions and make you all feel terrible and awkward and probably terribly embarrassing, and then we'll send you off to the dance and it'll all be fine. I'm sure you will survive this. There are worse things in the world than having your friends eat dinner with your mother.
No, not this mother.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. So the girls show up. like an hour later, and you guys basically spend the afternoon like getting
in my room. Can
Getting
I
put
describe
together.
my room though? Because
briefly.
Baby.
Yeah, no,
Briefly.
briefly. So the wall is different from the last time you were there. It's the wall that you guys see now.
You routinely change your accent wall. Is that what I'm hearing?
And then I have to.
She probably wants you to pull up the picture.
No, it
Did you
doesn't
do
have
it
to be.
again?
So it's like there's whatever that window thing is called that goes that, and then she has you know a bed, and it it has so like the
A bed? Wait. This is all getting too fancy for me.
it has like a big thing of the theme is all like black and red. She has like a little corner bookshelf like in the corner of her room,
Okay.
and like a bedside like table, and it has like a microscope on it. So on a little bit of the like on the top of the wall above the window is like this, but like
Cute.
I miss this thing with the hair that you've done in the past. With the highlight streaks and stuff?
That's not me. I didn't do that one.
No, that was
No,
I
it was.
I did
You
that.
did that, but she did that, but you added the highlight streaks to the hair.
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't.
Or I did.
Yeah, you did.
I like it. I think it's cool.
And then this is on the top of my, like, this is on the ceiling. Like, it looks like
Oh, cool.
it's, like, breaking, but it's not. And then,
Like the sky is breaking through.
and then on the door. Oh no, where's the picture?
When I walk into your room, I just go, "Wow, it's beautiful!"
On the door, like,
This room is amazing!
Right.
It's square!
I love the artistic talent put into the square walls.
on the door, like, on, like, half of the door, not the whole thing, like, the bottom is this. So, that's pretty much it.
Cool.
And then she has an
Good
unfinished
job.
painting at the moment, like in the corner on an easel. Yeah,
I like it. It's cool.
It's all clap for Jamie.
thank you. Thanks.
Alright.
Oof.
Alright. Where are we at here? Oh, we're going to move over. So we've reviewed, I think, we got some of the pictures up. We've got, like, what Ember's dress is supposed to look like, and what Syl's dress is looking like. We still have Palestine, but Palestine sent a bunch of, like, is one of those meant to be, like, the dress that you're wearing?
No, I sent the picture of the dress, but it's just not on her.
I see.
Where?
Which one?
I did not see that.
It was a long time ago.
You have to go back a ways. You might have to resend it.
Yeah, I can resend it.
You resend it, then I'll get it up here. There are so many pictures. You guys make so much art, which is awesome, but so much art. So mom comes in with snacks. What was she bringing in?
Probably just cheese and crackers.
Little you know, have you guys ever gotten like cupcakes from like Gigi's?
Oh yeah.
Like the crazy cupcakes where there's like more frosting than there is cupcake?
Mm-hmm.
She got like a 4-pack of the really small ones.
Oh my God, there's red velvet.
How can you tell?
You can smell. She can smell it.
No, I am not asking. Her mom is. There is actually a red velvet. I didn't realize you were a fan, and how did you know?
It's just, it has a strong smell.
Oh, that's right. I mean, I suppose your other senses have probably, they say, get stronger to compensate. I'm probably being incredibly insensitive and not politically correct.
No, no, you're
Here's the
fine.
red velvet, dear. I'm going to hand it to you. Here it comes. She was handing it to you.
Thanks. You don't need to do that, by the way. It's okay.
Okay, I sent the dress.
Oh,
You
that
like
one.
that? Where she like leans in? She seems nice. Yeah, whisper around the blind person. That's going to work really, really
I
well.
can hear you.
I'm so great.
Thank you, though. But I can hear you. Please.
Is there a grape?
grape.
I really like grape.
I got one with purple frosting. It's purple flavored. I don't know if it's grape flavored.
But I want grape.
It might be grape.
Okay.
Thank you a lot.
She really likes.
Did I make
flavors.
another?
Just shut it.
I backspaced everything I did on the same layer.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did it all again on the same layer.
Wow. Okay.
I don't
That's okay.
understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
It's not great.
Can you go down and stop that?
But it's okay.
It just shut off. It's been running this whole time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, never mind that. What do I know? Oh, Jamie Chaffin sent a picture. Let's go find out what Jamie Chaffin sent. I shouldn't have said that on that mic. Stupid me. I see a mask. Oh, picture. Did you get the picture now?
Yeah. I'm going to.
Is it in that color or is it in that pattern?
That color.
Cool. Neato Frito. I think you did see this because I feel like you drew her in that colored dress like not long after this.
Yeah.
Let's go find out.
Excuse me. You wanna fight?
No. Look, it's Molly Burke. She's iconic.
She dyed her hair.
Yeah, I know. She's done it like a lot.
Cute.
It's so beautiful. I love it so much.
Bugs are weird.
It's my favorite thing.
I will go to the Palacine page of Palacine goodness. Come over here for me. Whoop! Lost the monitor. Monitor
No.
down. Man down.
Man down.
Shots fired.
Bam, 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 bam.
Alright. We will.
Is it okay if I go get a sec and be right back?
No, you must
It's
suffer.
from the side. I know that.
Is that
See, this
okay?
picture here is.
Yeah, that one.
For me, this picture was Palacine trying to act like Ember, like before she shapeshifted. Like, how can I look totally... I feel like I'm missing some pictures.
I'll be right back. Nobody answered my question, so I'm going.
What was the... Okay. I'm definitely missing some pictures in here. I need to do some updates and get these up in here. Because I'm missing a ton. This one's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Neat. So this one is basically the general idea, but with lace on there.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a good like filter, like not filter, but like a texture thing. She can lay the lace on top of that without having to redraw the whole thing now, which is cool.
I'm Jamie. I am Jamie.
What's up?
I was being her. Sure.
Because I put my phone on like this.
I see. Okay. Get all the girls together here. There we go. So. Colin shows up early.
Good. You don't want them all to show up at once. That would be
Yeah.
very overwhelming for your
Yes.
mom.
Hi.
Hi.
I brought a corsage. I think we're not supposed to do that for this one, but I got one anyway. Hi! He has like a wrist corsage. It's a flower that you tie to your arm. I know that you know what that is.
Yeah.
I'm explaining it to Palacine in the most awkward way possible. What?
She's like, oh no, am I missing the guys showing up to the house?
Colin came.
It's just Colin.
Are you missing the
It's
guy?
it's
not
just Colin.
just Colin.
Oh, I thought you brought carrots.
So detailed.
Why would I think you brought
So
carrots?
detailed and
Oh,
cute.
jeez. I dropped it. What is this?
It's an orange slice. Just eat it.
Mm.
It does taste like orange.
It has orange flavoring. Genuine, real, natural, artificial orange flavoring.
I didn't even get any on that part.
That's the unofficial part. What's your last name?
Ray.
Colin, I'm Mrs. Ray. Oh my god, I don't remember. See, I call you Ember all the time, so I don't know the other, like, what's the other, what's your...
Lucy.
I'm Lucy's mom. Lucy! Yeah!
Oh no, this is
Hello,
like
Mrs.
stuck in
Ray.
my braces.
Thank you so much for having us over for dinner and everything. Do you need any help in the kitchen? I'm really good at chemistry, so I'm probably really good at the kitchen, like with measuring stuff and everything. And she's like, no, I've cooked everything. Everything is already heating up and ready for everyone. So you just, the girls are still getting ready, so you can
sit in the living room and feel really awkward.
hang out in the living room, or you know what? Come into the kitchen and we can visit while I get the rest of the food ready.
This is great.
This is getting stuck in my braces.
Yes, that's going to
It
happen.
tends to do that.
So you may not want to keep at it because sticks in the braces for sure. She's been fighting this fight because for her it was worth it anyway. But yeah, totally gets stuck in the braces. The looks on your face. All right, so Colin shows up. Jack and Emilia show up at the same time. Show up together.
The Trouble Squad.
They show up like sort of on like right on time. Well, they're about 5 minutes late because Jack like affects and distorts time and makes sure that they show up, 5 minutes after when they said they were going to. Girls, I think your dates are here. Oh, this is a shame. Casey, you're not even going to be able to really appreciate this.
I'm sure they look great. That's okay.
It's a very interesting... I just wanted to match. It's fine. No big thing. Hi, Mrs. Ray. It's great to meet you. This is Jack. Jack is wearing an emerald green tux.
Jesus Christ!
In satin. The whole thing shimmers like... Okay. But this is the more notable thing. He comes over, he's like, so I got a flower and stuff to tie on your wrist and things. I don't know. I did it ironically, it's fine.
Being so adorable and so nonchalant, and it's driving me crazy.
So, what he actually did, he goes, like, can I walk you into, like, the kitchen or dining room or whatever? Because you're going to like this next bit. So, his suit is like every couple of inches. It's not visibly easy to pick this out, but every couple of inches is different textures.
Nice.
So like the outer, it isn't quite like that, but like the outer panel of the sleeve and the inner panel of the sleeve, like this is satin and this is like a velvet kind of a thing. So like every place on the suit is something cool and interesting. All of the insets and stuff like that are different are different textures.
That's super cool.
He goes,
I'm just like...
he goes, I could have probably, he goes, yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, I didn't wear a thing that would make you like feel me up all night, but I tried to make the sleeves the most interesting thing so you didn't do anything super weird. Check out the shirt cuff though. And the shirt cuff is like this, like it's pinstriped, and all the different pinstripe patterns are different textures and stuff like that. Yeah, the tie's pretty awesome too, and it's awesome to me. So
can I steal this suit from you?
I mean, no, but
No?
I can get you a dress in the same stuff. It's green and
I
kind of
really think she wants to wear another dress.
it's green and kind of matches your dress or whatever. So I figured it didn't matter if I wore something like super loud and annoying and ironic because you wouldn't see the color part. So
Exactly.
right, so I can annoy everybody and you're still comfortable.
This is perfect. I enjoy this plan.
Awesome. He doesn't laugh, but he does kind of smirk, which is pretty good for Jack. I shouldn't say because so Diego comes. God damn!
This is so funny.
If you stop saying Diego, then it'll become more Emilio. Like,
I'm trying. I really am.
you'll forget Diego.
Emilio. I can't help it. Emilio comes in. I did not get you a corsage. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay.
I got you a rose.
I got. Oh! I'm gonna have to go in the other room. I'm sorry. This is adorable.
No, if just stay there. There's more to get. There's more in the hallway. I'll be right there.
Oh no!
He comes back in. He's got this freaking like bouquet. You're tracking at least 14 different types of flowers in this thing.
I'm gonna go upstairs.
You're coming in for it. And he kind of comes your way. It's like, and you kind of like go, oh, Mrs. Ray, this is for you.
He hands you like one flower.
You get the rose. She gets the. If you do not have a large enough a vase that is appropriate, I have been assured that there's actually small string wrapped that keeps them into separate bundles so they can be spread out. If you are allergic to anything, of course, I will not mind if you need to throw anything away.
Except for the fact that he brought you roses.
What's a rose? That's your thing.
Ugh.
Yeah, the cassage he got you is like daisies.
I like daisies.
As a corsage, it's a weird flower, but it's just the heads of them, like in a sort of a bracelet kind of a thing. Anyway, and she's like, oh, he's smooth. I'm not sure if I trust him at all. I'm still taking the flowers, though.
He is very smooth.
You all know that? That's very worrying
Yes.
to me. All right.
He's very-
I am suitably charmed. Thank you very much. You can all repair into the living room until dinner's ready.
For everything.
Happy with that result? You like the not for you?
Oh, thank you. No.
No, he's the kind of guy who goes okay,
Tiny, perfect children.
so dinner. Colin comes into the room talking about like
The
crime fighting algorithms that are currently being used at a lot of law enforcement agencies around the various cities. How they've been able to identify like trouble before the trouble actually gets started. It's actually brought been able to prevent crime. And what they've really found, I mean, let's be honest. What the real thing is, if people really wanted to solve a problem, they wouldn't be investing more in police agencies. They'd be investing more in
Imagine if you hadn't told her.
Ember, shh, this is interesting.
If they really wanted to solve the problem, they wouldn't be investing more in police agencies. They'd be investing more in mental and physical health. So better mental facilities, better psychological counseling, and better teachers. And better teachers. That's where the money should be spent. But what we're spending it on is assault vehicles for police departments and everything like that. It's crazy, is what it is.
I totally.
I mean, it's no
agree
wonder
with
that
you.
people have to, feel like they have to keep escalating with like bringing supers into it and stuff. I mean, once you've got bad guys out there, then you need good guys to stop them, and that's fine. But this could be handled so much better,
Let him finish
so
speaking.
you-
Doing what you
He said the word.
And she
What?
said, all right, no shop talk this is all very interesting. Thank you, Colin, but it's all very interesting. Let's not have any more shop talk. I'm sure this is probably was this one of your papers? Oh, actually, yeah, I wrote 3 of them this semester on that topic. 2 of them were extra credit. I didn't need to, but I talked one of the teachers into giving me extra points for it anyway. What are your grades like this semester? I'm holding a 4.0. Do you tutor? She says, looking at...
Excuse me?
No, it's okay.
I'd actually...
I'm her tutor.
Really? How...
I'm actually really good at math.
She kind of aborts out of it because she aborts out of how do you do that to how is that going?
Really great, actually. Teachers are super understanding.
I want to die.
Everything's easy.
Everything's easy.
Well, not easy.
Are you one of Lucy's study buddies?
Yeah. We hang out after school and we study like no one's business.
We study so much.
We study so hard. Every test.
Yep.
I like math.
I like math. Oh, so is that how you and Colin met?
Mm-hmm. They're on the mathlete team.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
really good at math.
That's
Because
right.
if
You
you
were
think
telling me
about
about
it,
that
you get 3 and 3
a
and
few
then
nights
3 and
ago.
3.
About
Right.
And then
I was telling
all
you.
together you get 26.
That's crazy, man. Tell me more.
oh, we don't need
So
to.
3 and 3 go together, which is 6, and 3 and 3 is another 6, which is 12. However, it's 26 because that's not how math works where I come from.
Oh my god, I love this. I didn't actually. But
Hey, Penny, do you have to go to the bathroom?
Not really.
I think you do.
No.
What?
Let's go upstairs.
I don't understand
I
why
want
that was
to.
so funny.
I want to finish my food.
I
it's
thought
very
I was just
bland.
laughing at it. So
You
much.
have
That was
grape
just
juice. I think that would make this meat better.
Help me. Your hair is feeling a little frizzy, so let's go upstairs and fix it. We'll be back down for dinner.
All right. The girls need to pretty themselves up. Boys, if you help me clear the table, we'll get the dessert out.
I want grape juice.
Nope. Upstairs.
I'm not going with them.
No, girls, go get yourself pretty. Boys, help me clean the table, and we'll get dessert laid out for everyone. And then we'll take pictures, and you guys can be off to the dance.
Alone. I don't want to leave them alone with her, or more importantly,
I'm perfect. I'm so good at this.
okay, upstairs.
Okay, you guys go up, come back down. So, you're not really allowed to engage in official heroics because of the agreement between the Dominican Republic and the U.S. And you and Jack and Jack's like, oh no. I mean, I don't seek anything out. Stuff just happens to us. That's just how the family works. We're kind of doomed that way. It hasn't landed on me very much right now because of rest of my family. But I can just, once I'm out of school, I think that's probably just going to be how things work out for me. But not right now. Not usually. I do a little bit of research for this thing that my family is dealing with right now with a death goddess out of the Central America that I've made a lot of headway on.
What?
But it's just research, academic stuff, really. Museum research.
You made her spit out her drink.
You okay? Did you forget how to drink? Or did you forget how to swallow?
Oh my
So what you
God.
walk into, girls,
Spit all over the counter.
did you wipe it up?
Yeah. We're good.
So,
It's okay.
Colin, let me see if I understand this. You're doing the superhero. You're doing the superhero thing. Yes, I am. I've been actually really successful with it. as a sidekick, as hashtag and stuff like that. I've got a lot of followers, really raising social awareness and everything. Don't you feel as though with someone with no powers whatsoever that you're just endangering everyone that you know, and this is an incredibly irresponsible thing to be doing as just in general as a life? You seem like a really smart kid, and this is a really irresponsible, dangerous thing to be doing. I mean, no? Well, let's look at this logically. You have no powers whatsoever.
Oh, jeez.
You're essentially a human target. You're the easiest person in any situation for a villain or anyone with any idiot with a gun to decide they were going to take out right away. Why wouldn't? I mean, what good are you doing out there? It just seems incredibly irresponsible. What do your parents have to say about this?
Wait, so am I walking in on this?
Yeah, you're walking in on this is the.
Hey, Mom.
No, I'm just asking. I'm just asking a few idle questions. I'm just curious about the logic here. I'm just trying to understand. I mean,
He's really smart.
I understand that he seems very smart, and I know that he's very intelligent. He has some excellent ideas with regards to social reform. I think he could do a lot more better there than being some sort of human meat shield for people who are really better equipped to do that kind of thing. It just seems like the kind of thing. I mean, do your parents even know, or are you one of those people who lies to everyone that you know and love in order to actually do the thing that you think you want to do? And he's like, no, my parents know that I'm going to Phoenix Academy, what I'm really going to Phoenix Academy for. Most people who go to Phoenix Academy, I mean, their parents know what they're really there for. I mean, there are some people that aren't there for it, like all of the girls here, but...
Wait, what did you just say?
He just said there are a lot of people who go to Phoenix Academy just for the sake of going to Phoenix Academy, like the girls here.
Oh, okay. Oh my god.
I was like, he just ratted her.
No, but I'm... no, my parents know. They support it and stuff like that. I mean, we've got the... I mean, we own more than enough patents to pay for anything, for any gear that I need to have. I mean... Oh, so your parents are also... Are they also... risking life and limb behind gadgets, thinking that's actually going to substitute for someone who can crack a moon? I mean, is that how that works? Does it run in the family? Is that... Palestine's like, I suddenly don't like her, Mom. Sorry, this is all I got.
Miss Ray, I'm really hungry. Can we have dinner?
Oh, this was the break between dinner and dessert.
Dessert.
Can we have dessert?
Please.
Second desserts. Girls need to watch your figures, but we'll pull everything out here. We have brownies.
Oh my gosh, I love
They're chocolate squares. Brownies. They're brownies.
She doesn't eat a lot of dessert, so yeah.
I eat dessert every day.
Like a lot of different kinds of dessert. It's usually just like cupcakes.
She puts brownies out in front of you, and
Kelsey makes...
they're like...
Penny makes a mean cookie, man.
Penny, you were pushing it?
Penny makes
I
a
was
mean...
just a joke,
Penny makes a
guys.
mean cookie, man.
Just
Her
a
chocolate
joke.
chip cookie.
Oh, you should have brought...
Off
Next
the
time
wall.
you can be in charge of desserts.
I love cookies.
Cookies are great.
Can we have cookies?
We're having brownies.
But I want cookies.
Penny, we're having brownies.
It's fine. Next time you can bring cookies. Maybe next weekend.
Oh god, not this again.
What? I like it.
You're very...
After that, she was
so-
mean to my boyfriend.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be mean. Colin, I know you're a very nice boy. I just... When I only give people a hard time when I care about the choices that they're making. And in some cases, it seems like the choices aren't going to be very responsible. People end up hurting themselves and those that they love when they make decisions that risk their lives and limbs and don't, let anybody know that that's what they were doing. Especially when they're completely unqualified for it.
And you'll love brownies. They're delicious in most cases. They're really good.
So
you'll love it.
So she's on Colin, but she's not really. This isn't really about Colin.
Yeah.
Are you especially interested in digging into that deeper? Or are you just kind of riding this?
Pierce the mask. Pierce the mask. Pierce the mask.
Are you feeling more pierce the mask or more take a powerful blow?
Pierce the mask. Probably.
Okay.
I mean, she's torturing
Wait, what
herself
is it?
enough as it
Pierce
is.
the mask is mundane, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
6.
Do you have a
7.
condition to rock your pierce the mask?
I do. So that I have a 5.
What's your condition that you have that's...
Angry.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't help with pierce the mask.
Does anyone want to help? Okay.
I said Penny's like, no.
Bedtime
So what do you... Okay. Pierce the... Okay, so... We're probably going to roll into a take a powerful blow anyway, just because of this completely stressing you out about everything like that. She's just... You can get sort of vaguely that it's probably about your dad, because there's all these cracks about like all these little snide comments about, you know, risking life and limb and not, you know, taking the consideration of other people in your life into consideration, completely unqualified and blah 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 blah. And none of that really seems to be directed at Colin, really.
Yeah.
Except he's become a lightning rod for it for whatever reason. And it's weird because, you know, Diego's... Fuck. Emilio is right there. He is right there. And Emilio's right there. Jack is right there. They're clearly superpowered. They're clearly got a whole legacy of people behind them. And... You know, his family is legitimately a trouble magnet for this kind of stuff. And that's not what has attracted her irritation. It's Colin. But you're not really getting... It's all just social awkwardness and stress and Colin looking vaguely confused and sort of insulted and kind of hurt, but still trying to be polite to an adult kind of thing. So getting to the bottom of it or even getting any insight into it is just not happening for you. It's just nothing but stress. So let's have that take a powerful blow.
7.
Plus your conditions.
8.
Okay.
It's not terrible.
So take a powerful blow.
Yeah.
It's a mixed failure.
When you take a powerful blow, roll conditions. You might on a 7 to 9. You lash out verbally, provoking a teammate to foolhardy action.
Oh my god, please do.
Or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. You give ground. Your opposition gets an opportunity.
Your mother.
You struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions.
I think I'm going to struggle past the pain.
No, provoke a teammate.
Well, I don't want to lose influence with Palestine.
Provoke a teammate.
Or lash out verbally.
Provoke a
You usually lash out verbally. And that you wouldn't necessarily.
So I wouldn't lose
Well,
influence?
so there's options here. Lashing out verbally, provoking a teammate to foolhardy action is not losing influence. That's just using the provoke move and getting and what you say gets them to do something also foolhardy. So like you kind of snap at your mom and that makes Palestine pile on. If you roll the provoke appropriately kind of thing where like, you know, since you lash out, she lashes out and she says a bunch of stuff and it just snowballs. Or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. In that case, what you do is you give up your influence and instead of, and the thing that you say to shut down the conversation is something that will cause her a condition. So you lose influence and she takes a condition.
Do it. I don't care.
Or you can sort of do the provoke thing. You can give ground and your opposition gets an opportunity.
I'm going to give ground. And, have my opposition.
Oh god.
What have you done?
I've
You were
opened up a lot of possibilities. Because, you know, just like at the interview, a fight, honestly,
Okay.
maybe not right now because that would actually probably be worse because then I'd have to be like, oh no, I have to run.
So you're giving ground to something like, Mom, you don't need to talk about this right now. I'm sure you make a bunch of good points, and I know why you're saying it and stuff like that. Can we just go to the party? And she says, sure, dear. No, absolutely. I apologize. She comes over and she puts her hand on Colin's shoulder, and she says, Colin, you seem like a really nice boy, a very smart boy. You're going to grow up to be a very smart man and a very caring man. I can see that. I just think you need to really think about whether or not you're making your best choices for the people that you care about in your life and for yourself, and you're being honest with yourself about really where you can do the most good. I don't know if what you're doing right now is the best good, but I'm not the one who can say. I think you need to put that big brain to work and decide if what you're doing right now is really the best thing that you could be doing. I think there may be some other options that if you put that brain to work would occur to you. And she's shifting his labels. And she's shifting mundane up and shifting something, I'm going to say danger down or something like that. And just making him question whether or not he ought to be doing this.
No, you should. Yeah. No, keep at it.
Because that's the opportunity that she took was, being the adult and shifting the labels. In fact, kids, you're all, I mean, every generation comes up hoping the next generation is going to be the next big, great hope. That they're going to fix everything. And I think you guys all can, but I don't know if fixing any of this is going to have to do with a spandex suit and a mask. I mean, the masks you have tonight are very pretty, but maybe they should be kept for dances and stuff. I just don't know how useful any of this really is in the grand scheme of things. I mean, maybe the villains only exist because the superheroes are out there to punch, and they would just go away. So all of you, just think about where you can do the most good, because I think you could be pretty amazing. You guys all seem pretty amazing. So I'm really glad that we got to do this dinner. I hope you have a great time tonight. I'm not even going to remind you about curfews, because I know you'll get home at a responsible time. And I know that your parents will. And I will text them all to let them know that you're off to dances. Off to the dance. Have a great time. And she's going to shift all of your labels. I'm going to say freak down, mundane up.
Can we reject it?
Can you what?
Reject
You can absolutely reject
Okay,
it.
because I kind of have to reject it because my mundane's at a 3.
Yeah, if you fail to reject, she'll still try to do the move. You won't be able to, and you'll take a condition from having somebody try to shift labels that can't shift.
Wait, where's rejecting?
And don't
It's like great.
try to keep things under control. Dance. Don't go too crazy on the dance floor. Wreck anything.
I won't be dancing.
I'm
thank
going
you.
first. I got a 6.
I'm just gonna change it.
Wait, but do we
Okay.
add anything?
No, rejecting influence is just a roll. So we're gonna hold on to that for a second. You guys take some of rejecting the influence.
I also.
I'm just
Got a
going with
6.
it because I don't care at this point.
So mundane
And I
up,
just want to get out of this house.
mundane up, freak down.
Mhm.
All right, so your mundane's at a,
+3.
+3.
and your freak's at a.
0.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about you rolled with it, went with that. Diego smiles. Emilio smiles and says, "Miss Ray, Mrs. Ray. It was a real pleasure. I'm so glad that I was allowed to come over and see your home. That you took me in and fed us.
Yeah, just a pleasure.
It was absolutely one of the highlights of my time here in this country, and since coming to Halcyon City, and I cannot wait for the next time that I get to spend time with you and your family. Obviously, especially your daughter, but also you, where I can see where she got both her charm and her beauty." And as you walk out the door and the door closes, he goes, "You need to tell that bitch that you're a superhero." Actually, what he says is, "You need to tell that bitch the truth."
Okay.
That was literally painful.
All right. So, rejecting influence. When you reject someone's influence, roll. On a hit, you successfully hold yourself and tune them out. On a 10 plus, choose 2. A 7-9, choose 1. On a miss, their words hit you hard. Oh, this sucks.
Oh no.
Mark a condition, and the GM will adjust
So I
your
have to mark 2 conditions?
Yes.
Hmm.
So first, what does her little speech do in terms of taking a condition? Angry?
Yeah.
And then she tries to move your mundane up, which can't go. So...
Bitch, please! I am the queen!
Insecure.
Insecure? Ah.
I don't know. I don't know if I should do guilty or insecure.
Because again, this is the same
Guilty.
thing. There's 2 here because you have to take one for missing the roll.
No, but my stats are fine. I just don't want to.
Oh, right. You only take the one for blowing the blowing the reject. So what were you saying? You're thinking guilty or which one?
Insecure. Like I'm guilty about Colin, but I feel like I'm super insecure now.
No. Pick guilty.
Insecure.
Guilty.
Question.
I think either one. Yes.
So since my mundane doesn't go up,
The other
my
one doesn't
greed
shift
stays.
either. Yeah.
Okay.
If one side can't flip, then none of them flip.
And then you have to shift my labels.
No, I don't, because
Oh.
the shift would have been like, in my case, what I tend to do with that is I shift them the same way that they were trying to shift them, that you were like saying I don't want to, and they shift anyway, and I can't shift what she
Right.
wanted, so. With all due respect to your mother, he says like another 10 seconds later, because he realized what he just said about your mom, and that's like so outside of Emilio's like comfort zone.
I think I'm gonna take insecure.
Okay.
That was horrible.
I know.
I now have 3 conditions.
Please, don't make us do that.
You
again.
took 3 conditions and you took them all in there? No, you took one from the
I
visit
had
too.
hopeless.
You had hopeless from the thing.
Please
to do
don't
it.
make us do that again.
Colin, I am so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, it's not like it's the first time I haven't heard. It's not like it's the first time I've heard it. I mean, everybody thinks I shouldn't be doing this. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people think that. But you know what? I'm good at it. I really am.
You are.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be nice if I had powers. It would be awesome, but yeah, it's fine. Let's go to the party. Let's dance.
Okay.
Let's get away from this house.
You are totally dancing.
No.
But yeah, getting away from the house is cool. Hey, who wants a really quick way to the dance?
Oh no.
Wait, don't put me through a portal.
I figured out a good way. It won't be.
Wait, you have to tell us. Wait, did he end up telling us the plan for the goddess lady? Because all he said was we need to talk about.
It's going to take a little bit more time than like right now. And if we do that conversation, we probably won't have any time in the dance. I'm going to spend a ton of time in the dance because there's like it's a highlights kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's the montage kind of deal.
Okay.
I want to go a quick way.
You want to go a quick way? Who's in? I had to do that one in the middle of a fight. It was seriously a lot less controlled than.
Fine.
All right.
Alright, I guess.
Woo! The only downside is altitude change makes a difference. So like being up where, because you guys are like in a sort of like an apartment building, or is it a house?
Probably
Yep.
an apartment building.
Like a condo kind of a deal.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. Yours might pop. Other than that, all right. So it kind of it looks like it looks like the portals that Thanos does in the Infinity Wars thing, where it's like this black cloudy kind of thing that you just walk in and then you walk for a little bit and then you walk out at a new thing. It's kind of like that. I mean, it's gonna be my one trick of the day, but
That was a lot better. I like that.
I kind of feel like I mean, I don't want to say I totally want to use my powers right now in your mom's zip code, but I sort of totally do, so. Anyway, let's go to the party. And you know what? This is going to be a heck of an entrance. So he walks you guys right into the middle of the gym.
Nice.
As you guys like, and then the clouds like pull back from you and you're suddenly just there, and everyone's like, whoa.
We're here now.
Mr. Monday, there were rules about not using powers on the dance floor. Technically, sir, I used the powers at a completely different location to get to the dance floor. That was not me actually activating any powers here. That was just me landing. So, my bad for misunderstanding what you meant. Your bad for under-communicating. Yeah, it's going to go really well tonight.
Alright, we're gonna away.
All right. That looked like a dance invitation. Let's do this.
No, I don't want to dance.
I guarantee you're going to look better than me.
Just do it.
Punch first?
Yes.
All right. All right, so if you guys remember, did I get these things up here? I think I did. I got to get
Two
these.
moves.
I got the moves. There's actually three
I like
moves.
the
didn't take-
Monday one.
Of course you like the mundane one.
That was a mega.
Okay, I'm mad that you're also +3 Monday.
I believe that you need to get cheered up, and the best way to do that is going to be sweets, punch, and dancing with music.
What else?
What order would you like this to happen in?
Question.
I don't know. You choose.
Why would punching her make her feel better?
No, punch is a drink.
That doesn't make sense.
It's a long story, I guess.
Let Colin handle this.
Where did the... Okay, I'm going to get that one up. Got that move up. Which I sent to you guys. You're going to have to pull up in the chat windows and stuff, because that's what I'm doing. And I'm not going to... Oh. Too much. All right. So the two moves that we had that we pulled up here for this. Oh, did I pull up the same thing twice? I did.
Oh, back to the moves, right?
Yeah. Really?
Excuse me.
Oh man, I got the wrong. I pulled up the wrong.
that was this.
That was the make a moment one, right?
Yeah, make a moment
I need the bust a
and
move one.
bust a move.
I have bust a move up if you just want to see.
I got it.
Okay.
I just couldn't get it. All right.
Make
When you bust a move on the dance floor, roll freak. On a hit, you attract the
course,
attention
it's
of
just
anyone you
moved
want, gain
down.
influence over one onlooker. You take a condition due to your awkwardness. That's awesome. What are you looking at?
pretty faces.
Good boys.
My boys.
Like it's super happy, and then just
And just like
I don't want to be
That's
here.
basically us. That's Palestine. Then the middle would be you, and then I mean.
and then
Let me get the chats
Ember.
up here. These moves actually came from a fan written magazine for masks where
Noise.
actual regular players made up little scenarios and stuff like that, and these were ones for like a homecoming sort of party at the high school kind of thing.
Which is
Attract
what we're
unwanted
wanted attention. 5,000 villains come and attack you.
We don't know
I don't
that.
think you can dance so badly that you get attacked by villains, but
Oh, is that
you
a
can
challenge?
you can dance so badly that you might want that to happen. That wouldn't even be.
Is that a challenge?
No.
So, Colin's definitely feeling a little bit down.
Oh, sorry about that.
He's being un-Colin-like in his
You have to cheer him up.
energy level and stuff like that. So do you do that? Do you do that by whoop whoop whoopity whoop? The homecoming episode. That's totally what I'm going to call this one. Whoop whoop whoopity whoop. The homecoming episode of drama. So the drama. You guys are like
I don't know.
It's
I
like you're
kinda
smiling
like
because
you
you're at
to tell
homecoming,
that
but you're
bitch
not
the
smiling
truth.
because of everything that happened before homecoming.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys did. You ever see the episode? Did you listen to the episode where finally the Power Ponies interviewed the menagerie at the coffee shop and asked all those questions? And it was excruciating because they meant to ask all these things, and I came up with a bunch of fun, nice questions. But because of what happened in the episodes the sessions right before that, every one of those questions was agony. Everyone was rocked. Everyone like we finished that up with everybody had 4 conditions. It was just awful. And it's kind of that same sort of thing a little bit. So is it dance with Colin or kind of slow dance with Colin and make a moment, or what is it? What's going on there?
Make a moment.
Make a moment. When you initiate an intimate moment at homecoming, roll mundane. On the hit, the other person must reciprocate or mark a condition. Wow, that's pretty rough, man. He feels guilty because he doesn't like, I don't like you back. No, it's not going to do that. So you're like slow dancing?
Ooh. That's a 5, 8.
Still an 8. On the 7 and 9, they get to ask you a question that you must answer honestly. And he's kind of like fumbling a little bit with the slow. He doesn't know quite where to put his hands, that kind of stuff. The dances here are different. They're much simpler than the ones that you had to know. So that makes it pretty simple. You basically just stand and sway, and that counts, I guess. You're really good at this kind of stuff. I mean, I know you were like a princess already. But you've done all that. I suppose you've been. I suppose
You guys don't know that.
I suppose you've been to lots of dances and stuff, like back on your home planet and everything.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know. They're nothing like this.
What do you mean? Like, how is it different?
It's
This isn't the question he's going to ask you.
colorful.
This one's more colorful, or you were more colorful?
This is very dark. Why'd they turn off all the lights?
For probably people are just nervous, and it's easier to not be nervous if you can't see everybody looking at you as easily. Mood lighting, I guess.
It was very bright and colorful and fun, but then the dancing, you don't just sway, you dance.
Well, okay, we can dance later. I'm a wreck, but that'll be fun. Did you have a boyfriend back on your home planet?
Oh God, no. Please stop, please no.
They get to ask you a question you must answer honestly.
Well,
Yeah, but he's married now and has children.
It's a long story.
I mean, this song is 6 minutes and 48 seconds, so I
Whoa,
mean,
who decided to have a 6-minute and 48-second song?
slow dance.
Some dances are long, man.
Well, I mean, I couldn't consider him my boyfriend
Why is that?
because he was a guard, and the
Ooh,
royal
so
family
it was like a
is not
forbidden
allowed to
thing.
be- yeah.
Like a freshman dating a senior or something.
But this is much better. That's what you say.
But this is much better. That's what you say. Wait. But this is much better. Okay.
Colin kind of like looks at you and then looks back at you guys. And looks back.
But it's okay because actually my friends don't know this yet, and I don't want to tell them quite yet. But he's like 25 years older right now, and he's married and has kids.
Wait, you were dating somebody who was 25 years
No.
older than you with kids?
No. Something with science. I don't like science. I don't understand.
Time dilation. Sure. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. I mean, at least
I
he
mean,
gets it.
lucky for me. Right?
Yeah. But
I mean, now I only have to fight off literally every other guy in school.
yeah. But it's okay.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I don't like them.
You like me?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. You want some punch?
Maybe. I
I'll
don't
go-
want you to punch me.
No.
Other one?
I heard boys punch people that they like. I don't want you to do that. No. No. I'm gonna go get something to drink.
Okay.
All right. I'll go
It's a
get-
grape.
I'll get the grape. I'm not gonna have the grape.
Ember! You should go next.
Me?
Not me. Please
I think you should go next.
No, I really
think
think
you should
that
start
you should go
dancing.
You should bust a move.
We need to go out and dance. I think first.
Yes.
Let's burn off some angry energy.
Bust a move.
Bust down, Tatiana.
You are beautiful. You are smart. You are not your mother, and she's definitely got some issues she needs to work through, and she should stop using you as the tool for that. And that is the last I'm going to say about it, because there is a banging mix coming up that we are... Sorry, was that too ironic?
He's so charming. My God.
I had somebody when I was in a writing class in college tell me that the biggest confusing thing for this, it was a playwriting class, and that one of the people they meant to make it a compliment, because what I think is most impressive about this play is you've written a whole pile, like every single person in this play is smarter than you are. And she meant it as a compliment, but when you think about it, it's not exactly.
Wait,
Luckily,
how does that even kind of become a compliment?
because I'd written a bunch of very smart, intelligent sounding people that had really good banter and stuff
okay.
like that. And then, so yeah, luckily it applies to RPGs too. I can play people that are way more charming than me. Boom. Do you go out and dance?
Sure.
Do you bust a move?
Yeah.
Do you bust down?
But guess what? My freak just got moved down, of course.
When you bust a move on the dance floor, roll freak. On a hit, you attract the attention of anyone you want, or gain influence over one onlooker.
Okay.
Knox.
I was thinking about that. And I get a 4, 5, 6. Why can't I roll today?
Oh my god, on a miss, the GM will tell you what happens.
Potential.
Does anyone want to help me just once? Like,
No, I like
You
watching
can get
this.
potential.
Potential. If we helped you, you wouldn't get potential.
You-
Yeah, you're one away now.
Oh, did
You-
you get potential for
I
that
didn't-
felt
You
roll?
could leap to a rescue by switching it over to like a group dance kind of a thing
I didn't have any
Nah.
potential before this.
session, and now you have 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a really good session for
I have
potential.
not gotten. I think I've only gotten one roll where it wasn't a miss.
It's been
Yeah,
a-
misses are so much fun.
Yeah.
Plus, he gets to tell you what happened.
Anything he wants.
You could fall
The
flat on your
death goddess
face.
could come through the ceiling.
Isn't
and
that
you would
fun?
know.
When you bust a move on the dance floor, roll freak. On a hit, you attract the attention of anyone you want, or gain influence over one onlooker.
Every time I roll the dice, when it's not the dice I'm using, I get great rolls.
You take a condition due to your awkwardness on a miss. What happens. Okay. So this will be, the result of this will be you needing to take a powerful blow, because it's actually a physical blow kind of thing. But it's meant in the best possible way. Okay?
Does she fall flat on her face?
No. It's actually amazing up into the point where it all goes wrong. Okay?
So basically, the moment I was born. Okay.
So she's dancing, and it's great. It takes a little while to kind of get out of your own head enough to like really kind of just have a good time and dance and stuff like that. And you're kind of spinning and, you know,
Oh no.
dancing and stuff like that. And Emilio's like, you hear him kind of going, Lucy, Ember, you need, and he kind of steps back from you for a second.
I'm really confused.
And
my
he's like
God.
looking up and around a little bit, and like just kind of, and you're still kind of like, what? And you're still kind of dancing, but like, what? And he steps up real quick, and he kind of like frames your hands in his face and says, I need you to do what you did when you defended from me in the duel now.
What?
And he basically makes it rain in about a 10-foot circle around you guys.
What the hell is going
I don't know. Why are you asking me?
So I need you. What I need you to
question.
do is take a powerful
Asking
blow,
for
because
it.
he's basically dropping water on you, like while you're heated.
All right, I need to go to the
This is
bathroom.
gonna be so bad.
And what is the reason for
I'll
this?
explain it in just a second. Whoa. Grab the dice. Both of them rolling off the table doesn't
Where
count.
did it go? Hold on.
Did they go under the
There,
couch?
I found them. I got it. Okay.
Don't roll it so high.
I got a 9.
Plus conditions.
Oh.
10, 11.
Really, guys? Not helping me out? Thanks.
Okay, we couldn't help you out now.
Okay. So what was happening was you got like kind of carried away on the dance thing, and the heat that was coming off of you was setting the decorations that were hanging up on the ceiling on fire.
Oh, God.
And he didn't want the alarm to go off and like start up the sprinkler everywhere, so he just extinguished everything right where it was happening.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Yeah, Kat, I like watching you suffer too.
She got an 11.
On her powerful blow.
Wait, was it 11?
Well, I got a 9 plus my conditions.
You had 2?
I'm gonna give
Yeah, I have 2.
Nice. It's my turn next.
Well,
True. All right, so let me
don't lose control of yourself.
Why not?
Don't.
Because that would be
Please
very
pass
bad.
out.
Please don't.
Also, don't fully or
but
pass
it
out.
looks so.
Take 2 of the 7.
What are the
Killing.
options? What are the options?
You must remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, etc.
Fleeing out of the dance hall is not actually that terrible of a response in this case. You know,
I know.
where you basically like, because he basically is going to drench this area, and the whole. It's kind of cool actually, because what happens is the whole area just fills with steam.
Aw, Steve!
You lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way.
Don't do that, please.
That would be pretty.
Don't.
I mean, I'm just saying that would be pretty rough.
No.
You must
No.
remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass. So fleeing the.
No, if you burn down the school, then I'm never gonna be crown princess.
Wow.
No,
Jenny,
yeah, no, I
please
think I'm
don't
gonna
do
flee.
that.
I mean, that makes. I mean, just the sheer embarrassment and the stress and everything like that. Just like going and just like
Yeah.
he's looking at you, you're looking. He's like, I'm so sorry. And I forgot to tell you what he was wearing.
Oh.
Because he's not like he's wearing. Because he's not. He's like in a. He's like sort of in a light suit kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much a sort of the West Indies Isles kind of thing. So it's all white. So it's all white, and he just has this like the tie is just like this really bright aquamarine like tie, and everything else is white. And in this case, wet because he's now steam soaked. And he's just like, I'm sorry. I panicked. I'm sorry. And you just kind of like run out of the room. Because a lot of people are like, what? What's going on? And talking and stuff. Much better than if the sprinkler system had gone off.
Yeah.
But certainly a lot of people looking your way like,
No.
and you kind of
This is your fault. You could have helped. Shush.
And I didn't, but this is making me sad. I didn't know that this would happen. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I run out.
drama.
Oh no.
Hey, it's not a homecoming dance until somebody runs out of the dance in tears.
It's the mental breakdown that I wanted at the 8th grade party.
I mean, I'm glad that
Why
didn't
did you
happen.
want a mental breakdown, Dave?
No, not me specifically. I just wanted to witness one. Like, it could be me, it could be someone else, but I wanted to end up following a friend to the bathroom and just watching them just...
Meltdown. You do like your drama.
Just because, like, why not? You know,
Is it
just
as
to
fun
tie
as when
the
it's
night.
your? Is it as fun when it's your character? Really? Is this good still? I'm just checking in because I don't want you guys to be traumatized. Going, I hate this game. Why do I like this game? I hate it so much.
I like the drama. It makes it better.
Yeah. Okay, good.
I also like it when I've only rolled like 1-7 out of the entire
Hey, you're getting
thing.
lots of XP.
Oh, wow.
Look at all that potential.
Well,
you
if
get.
I take one more advancement, then I can get to the other advancement stuff.
Yeah, what do you got? You've had 4 now?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to open up the big stuff. And you haven't even unlocked... Oh, you did unlock your moment of truth.
I have, but I have not used it.
Dang, man. I pity the person that triggers that on you, that draws that kind of attention.
Yeah.
That's not going to be pretty for anybody. So Diego goes
Amelia.
out. God damn it. Amelia goes out after you. Dang it. I'm going to get this. I'm just going to practice saying that name over and over again.
It's your punishment for ruining them constantly.
No, that actually the one thing that's absolutely solid with her is Emilio has not been threatened at any point in this. The situation with Emilio has not been threatened in any of this. Her larger drama with the school or whatever, and Serge and her mom and everything like that. That's
Everyone else hates me, but Emilio doesn't.
yeah, that's a disaster landscape. But Emilio's got your back. Your girls have your back too, but they're also like,
I want to watch this unfold.
sometimes you make decisions for yourself rather than your character. So, you dancing, me also dancing. We should do that.
Fine.
Yeah, you
I
should.
guarantee you nobody's watching, including like half of us.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Let's go before I change my mind.
Okay, all right. He's, as near as you can tell, terrible. He's just kind of like,
Yeah, but did he set the place on fire? No.
You didn't set it on fire.
Yes, I did.
You just almost did. It's okay.
you set it on smolder. The problem is they used crepe paper decoration. First of all, well, we'll get to that in a second.
What are we rolling?
Freak.
Oh my god, my freak is a 0. It's just flat out
You're
rolling.
freaky.
That's a 7
Plus
That's good.
anything?
plus 0.
Plus 7. Plus nothing. All right.
I don't have any conditions, so
When you bust a move on the dance floor, roll freak. On a hit, you attract attention, blah, blah, blah. 7 9, you attract unwanted attention, or you take a condition due to your awkwardness.
unwanted attention.
Unwanted
I don't want
attention.
any conditions. Conditions suck.
Unwanted attention. What do you think that looks like?
I don't know.
What if Knox comes in and starts like third wheeling or something? Or like being really
That's
awkward.
not a bad idea. I like that.
Or like,
No, I mean, we need help. We want help.
wait, is Chad here?
Oh, yeah.
What if he comes and asks you about Palestine?
No, not in the middle of the dance.
I just want it to be the most painful for you as possible.
Hug it out.
No. No.
High five it out.
No. No.
What do you think?
No.
Kelly, what do you think about this?
What do I think?
Yeah.
I think that this is a terrible idea and I should just get exactly what I want.
No, that's not going to happen. That's not how
I like
dice
the
work.
Knox idea. Just making it, you know, like when like they're like two people are like a couple sitting and then someone else comes and sits in between them and is kind of oblivious and just like, hey guys, want a cookie? And then it's super awkward and like,
So,
cut the Tatiana song stuck in my head.
I know. Stuck in my head too.
oh, I lost my book. Oh, there it is. Knox comes over
Yeah.
like flying. Sort of like he's floating over the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the chaperones is like, Mr. Knox, no powers on the dance floor. He goes, if you'll check my records, I cannot fly. So clearly I am not using my powers on the dance floor. And Jack is looking up, is like, yeah, seriously, dude, you can't fly. What are you doing? Like, he goes, I don't know, but I can fly now, I guess. Or I'm flying right now. Anyway.
What did you drink?
The punch? I mean, wait, do you think they did something to the punch?
No, I just think that you're weird and I don't know what's going on.
What's that? Speak up! You're down there so far! I know that blind people have trouble hearing, so wait, that's not right. I got that backwards. Maybe you got that backwards. Speak up!
Can you come down here and stop being annoying?
I mean, I can do one of those things, and right now I can't control my flight, so I will be less annoying. How's this? Here, I'm gonna spin now. Check out the spin move, and he does he's like pinwheeling. He's like T-poses and then sort of spins.
Oh my god.
Check it. Oh, now I'm dizzy. Oh, I'm really dizzy. I think I'm gonna throw up. Probably not gonna
Rose
throw
up on you.
I'm gonna go back and get some more punch. Maybe it is the punch. You guys want some?
No.
They have cherry and they have grape.
Nope.
Okay. So I'm gonna. Hey, hand me those green and black dice in there, will you, please?
Which one? The green and black ones. Not my dice.
Oh God, what did I do?
No, I was concerned. I was like, I'm not letting you touch these dice, Broski.
I need. Ugh. Oh, this is super annoying. The screen resized on me. Cannot close. There we go. Ugh. Ah! My screen's going crazy. Yeah, that's better. All right. Okay. All right. So. Colin comes back. They had grape.
Yeah.
You've been denied grape all night, and I have come to your rescue with grape.
Thank you.
Awesome. I do not like grape, but I have cherry. So, bonus. Cheers to the prettiest princess at the dance.
Oh.
And he drinks his. He's like, oh. Okay, that is way sourer than I was expecting it to be. Bleh, bleh, bleh. And he I don't know if you guys have ever heard this sound. Do you know the sound of a modem handshake? Like a dial-up modem? This might be before your time. Back in the day, when the internet was first being inventified, and we all wore onions tied to our belts because that was the style at the time. No. I don't know if I can even play this, but I'll try. Modem, dial-up, sound. You had to basically call into your internet provider and establish it. You'd call in, and then the two computers would talk to each other. And it was just noises that they were playing to... It sounded like noises to you, but it was like a data transfer. And it sounded, if you can hear this, hopefully, like this. If it plays. We'll see if it plays. Is it going to play?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. That noise. lot of
What's
video
that
games.
That's the sound
Yeah.
that the computers made when they connected to the internet. Every single time they connected.
It's in a lot of video games as like a joke. Like, you
Yeah.
don't know what
But
If
that-
you've used services such as AOL, then you've probably...
So that sound, well, I'm gonna get the right, which part of it I'm talking about. Right about, hang on, no, right about here. Right here. That sort of buzzing. That's the sound Colin's voice makes when he starts talking through the second. It was like, this just sounds really... And he kind of
What
like...
is in this punch?
He rises up kind of
Okay,
off the floor a little bit, and he's
grab onto him.
Everyone, stop drinking the goddamn
he kind
punch.
of digitizes, like he goes into, he sort of pixelates as you're reaching for him, and gets kind of sucked up into the light fixture, and the lights go like.
What?
Stop drinking the punch. Don't drink the punch. Don't drink.
And you turn like, and he's like, "Oh, that's not good. This is Jack," because a few of the kids have figured out that the cherry punch is doing something, and they are of
That's
course
why everyone should
drinking
drink
it.
grape. Grape is so much better.
And everyone is like, not everyone, but a bunch of them are like handing out cups, like they're playing like New Power Russian Roulette kind of thing with the powers with this thing.
Wait, so you just got like a power for a little bit or something?
Maybe, yeah. That certainly is what it seems like. Been reading the files.
That's a good idea. I should do that. You've learned about the superhuman world through your mentor's resources. When you first encounter an important superpowered phenomenon, you'll call roll plus superior. Well, my superior is at a +1, so this should be interesting. Okay. On a hit, tell the team one important detail you've learned from your studies. The GM will tell you what, if anything, seems different from what you remember. On 10+, ask the GM a follow-up question. They will answer it honestly. On a miss, the situation will be well outside your basic knowledge. The GM will tell you why. That is a solid 7.
Okay,
With
so
that +1.
read me the 7 to 9 stuff. Say again.
Or
Or just on a hit.
On a hit. Tell the team one important detail you've learned from your studies. The GM will tell you what, if anything, seems different from what you remember.
What's extra with the 10?
You get to ask a follow-up question.
Okay,
and
all right.
the GM has to answer
So
it.
this stuff very clearly mimics, it very obviously mimics the effects of a street drug. It's what they call the super drug. The official name, the street name for it is Invictus. And it's a pretty rare and really heavily hunted, sort of like policed,
Why is this
hunted down stuff that's like,
obviously
take a hit, get a high, get a superpower for a while. Sometimes the side effects are, I mean, I can project fire and am not in fact immune to fire. It tends to be stuff like that, or it can often be stuff like that. That's the horror stories that they tend to how often that happens one way or the other. That's certainly what they broadcast out on the news. So
obviously though the adults didn't put it in there because they said stop flying.
side effects can be extreme. Sometimes there's side effects and there's no powers. They just have bad physical side effects. Sometimes people just get sick. On very, very rare occasions, it sticks. What the street rumor for it is, it's like it'll stick if you use it enough, because then more people will use it. Your guess is somebody spiked the punch with Invictus. So tell me something. That's the basis. Is like, this is Invictus. It's almost got to be. Although it's not usually in a liquid form, so that's weird. But
What is it normally?
well, it's not usually ingested like a drink. It's a shot or a powder, something like that.
Okay.
So what's the...
Detail?
Tell the what did it say? Tell the GM one detail, blah, blah, blah.
Tell the team
Tell the team.
what important detail
You've learned from your studies.
And this would be something maybe you and Vigil. Vigil tends to work on street level stuff, so this might be something that's really kind of like a thing that she keeps track of.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do you want something? I can get,
Yes. Please help me.
The chemical compound for this stuff would indicate that it's being derived from some sort of biological component. Like it's not manufactured. It's not like a purely synthetic manufactured thing. It's biological in origin. She goes, yeah, I don't really have the science for this, but I'm pretty sure it's biological in origin and not plant-based. It may not be even terrestrial. Like if, it's some weird kind of chemical thing, like pituitary gland extractions from some weird critter from the moon or whatever, but it's something weird and extracted from something, whether it's a plant or an animal, but it's definitely not manufactured. That's what you know. And again, I'll go back to what you were experiencing before. In your experience, what you'd heard about on what Vigil had shared with you as far as this stuff is they either inject this stuff or inhale this stuff. You hadn't heard about it in liquid form, and this would seem to indicate that either that information was wrong or somebody figured out how to make it soluble in basically in water, which it wasn't supposed to be at that point in time. And that's super worrisome because if it's soluble in water, who knows what, how, where that, because you get into water supply and all kinds of craziness. Or a punch bowl. What do you do? Why are you whispering? You can just tell me.
No, because technically my character doesn't know this.
Yeah, but you are sitting right here and you're in the game, so chime in, player.
So, why are you confused?
Just say it.
Well, the first thing what I thought of was it reminded me of the whole Vanquish thing, but I don't know that yet, so I was gonna try and get her to say that.
The Vanquish thing. Oh, giving
like,
superpowers kind of thing? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That was just the only connection I could think of. But I technically don't know that, so.
Yeah. What do you do immediately, initially, so, just...
Get rid of the punch that I have and the punch that Jack has just in case. And then go find you guys to be like, don't drink the freaking punch.
Why don't you just yell it out?
Because nobody would listen.
They'd listen to her.
Penny. You have to tell everyone not to drink the punch.
Specifically the cherry punch.
No, just no punch.
Okay then.
That's be safe.
Great.
I'm telling you, no punch. Please tell
She's sitting there
everyone.
just licking the inside of her cup but the grape is really good.
You have to not eat the punch because there's a drug in it, and the drug can really hurt people. So we need to make sure that nobody has it.
Hey guys!
Are you shouting or are you mentally shouting?
Mentally shouting.
Ooh.
So it's blasting in their heads.
I'm going to ask you to roll a provoke. Now, what's your superior? Is provoke a superior? It may not be. I might be misremembering.
Yeah.
Provoke a superior.
It's a 0.
It's a 0. Do you have a condition that affects your provoke?
No.
It doesn't affect your provoke?
Guilty, which is one of the two I don't
And you're not
have.
guilty, right? It's one of the two I don't have. Okay. And
Yeah, but she has influence over the entire
she does.
student
She has
body.
influence over the student body, and if I remember right, I got to look this up. I want to make sure I get this right. I can't remember if it's a +1 or a +2. I think it's just a +1.
So
Influence.
if she fails, actually help her.
Yeah,
Do you understand me?
because it's me, not Ember.
Clearing.
Excuse
That's
me?
not how it was. Can you hand me the actual rule book real quick,
You didn't help me either.
Kaylee?
Which one?
The main one. Either one of the main ones down there.
Yeah, I know. I didn't.
No, momento, please.
You like
Waiting.
suffering normally.
I like it.
Yeah, you're always like, give me all those
47,
conditions.
73, 77.
I want to
Well,
suffer.
when I'm fighting, because it helps me.
Yeah, but still.
But like, I don't like taking like how many
Okay, that's
powerful
not
blows
the
have I taken?
subject right now.
I think I've taken 3 in this session.
What's that?
I think I've taken 3 powerful blows in this session.
No. No.
Then did I take one?
You took one
Last
last night, yeah.
Okay. And I've
Um,
taken 2 this one then.
Alright. Influence. Using influence. When someone with influence over you tells you, okay, that's not it. Accepting what they say, comfort and support. If you have influence over somebody, you take +1 to all moves toward them. That means you get a +1 to directly engage them. Unleash your powers on them. Defend against them, provoke them, comfort and support. Like, I have influence over you. I get a +1 to punch you in the face. You might even take a +1 to assess the situation if they're the focus of your attention. All right. So, you can put that back. Thank you. So, you don't have a provoke. You don't have superior, but you do still get a +1 on your roll because of your influence on the team, on the student body. That's a 6.
I got a 6,
7.
which is a 7. Okay.
Okay. So, provoke. When you provoke someone susceptible to your words, say what you're trying to get them to do. Roll superior. For NPCs, they can rise to the bait. They rise to the bait and do what you want. On a 7 to 9, they instead choose one. They stumble. You take a +1 forward against them. They err. You get a critical opportunity. They overreact, and you get influence over them. That doesn't make any sense. They err, and you get a critical opportunity.
What if they like get freaked out by the mind blast and then she like? I don't know
Okay,
this.
so the critical opportunity is so some of the people immediately hear this and immediately start like running around and knocking punch out of everybody's hands, and this makes the people who are getting the punch knocked out of their hands angry. So people are like shoving and shouting at each other and sort of angry, and everyone's arguing. The adults are trying to get, bring things back into order, and Surge turns on his like loudspeaker blasters that if we can't have order, the dance will be canceled. And you're hearing this from like outside.
Mm-hmm.
If there can't be order, the dance will be canceled. And you're thinking it. Now you heard her go, everyone get rid of, don't drink the punch. But your first thought still is he's doing this because we made all the decorations soggy and wrecked. This is all my fault. Your critical opportunity is because of this, the punch bowls are vulnerable. Like, nobody's around the punch bowls. So if you want, you can just tip them over and solve the problem with telekinesis. And just go, like, you know what? Done. And Colin's like, I'll take care of the kitchen.
Wait,
and-
he came back.
No, wait, Colin didn't, right? Because he gives that. Actually,
Is he just gone now?
no, he's not gone. He finally got a superhero. He finally got a superpower.
Yeah.
No, he's in the school's like digital systems right now. if you guys were using regular radios, he'd be like, "This is awesome! Hey, did you guys know you had a secret base?"
Oh my god.
No, that's not what's happening. Jack's like, "What are you looking at?"
Just Instagram.
Okay, stop. So Jack and you are like, should we go take care of all the punch in the kitchen?
Yes.
All right, let's go. All of it, or just the cherry stuff?
All of it, just to be safe.
Not
You
the
get a
great.
critical. You get a critical opportunity. Get a critical opportunity. Critical opportunity. So you get in there, and somebody is screwing the lids onto all of the like big containers, like the big plastic containers. I know you are, but the big plastic containers and stuff that hold the punch and stuff that bring them back out, and like the big carrying like coolers kind of a deal. They're screwing the lids on that, and they kind of turn around when you guys kind of come running in. They kind of turn around really quick. And he's like, he turns around too quick. Not surprised, but like nervous kind of thing. It's like, hey, guys,
Who is it?
I was just coming in here to like get rid of the rest of the punch before anything bad
Who
happened.
is it?
Derek.
Of course it is! I knew I should have gotten influence over Derek. I freaking knew it.
Sorry.
Bug.
Dang it.
What's that? What'd you say?
He's a bug.
He's a bug.
So, Derek, what are you doing in here?
Just like what I said. You.
It looks awfully suspicious.
No, Palestine said like stop drinking the punch. So I wanted to make sure that nobody came in here and got this stuff. So I'm just pulling the lids off, gonna dump it out.
No.
Assess the situation. Then you can
Yeah,
ask
I
the
want to
question.
assess the situation.
All
Or
right.
you could pierce the mask.
Let me pierce the mask.
Then you can get
I like that. It's like no, pierce the mask is a wait a minute. My mundane is really high.
There's a +3.
It's like your Palestine.
Oh, I
mine
rolled a
was like
5,
6, 7,
but
8.
I got an 8. Because that +3, that
Get to
+3
ask
is
one.
real nice.
So
I have a plus
what
one.
are you really planning?
No, get
She only
influence
has
over him.
one.
Yeah.
I know, but get influence over him.
Influence doesn't let you control them. Knowing what's going on would be pretty helpful.
That's
true.
true.
Influence.
What are
Is,
you really planning?
you guys have influence over Alias. Doesn't mean you get to tell them what to do. What are you really planning?
He's drugging the punch. I know that for sure. He's very suspicious.
I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I just want to unbalance them so everyone's distracted when all of my friends show up.
God damn it.
And that's where we're going to stop.
No, you wouldn't. You
I
didn't.
have to.
You
We-
can't.
we're
You
gonna-
won't. You
We got 25 minutes. I want to
No.
get. I want to get through the end of team things. What? What did I miss? What did I not get to? Or do you want to? You want to hit Derek?
Princess.
Do you want to hit it? Oh, okay. All right. We're gonna push through on this. Is somebody actually coming to pick you up at a specific time?
You're driving me home.
I'm driving you home. What about you?
My mom's just gonna pick me up around like 1.
Okay, so we got about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Fine.
Yeah, that's so
There's a
much
pretty
time.
open
All right.
schedule.
It's so much time. Sure. What do you do, Sil? First of all, shout for help telepathically so everyone can get involved, please.
Yes. Guys, Derek is a fucking snitch. And
That's actually not what he is, but
there are bad guys coming to the school to literally come and do horrible things, I'm assuming, and the punch is just a distraction for the actual evil crap that's gonna show up. So get yourselves prepared, and somebody get me some faculty in the kitchen, please.
I can
What
get
if I
Mr.
got
Brick.
an influence over?
I can get Mr. Brick. I have influence over him.
I'm not sure.
Maybe
Mr.
getting the one like human
Not
that doesn't have
superpowered
powers
teacher.
in the
I don't know.
Wait, what are Derek's powers? Do we know that?
No.
Or is he just
Sleeps.
a normal person?
Well, I know what I'm gonna do first.
Okay. Yes. What are you gonna do?
Wait. Okay. So I'm gonna, cause I'm assuming I'm with Riptide, correct?
Yes.
I'm
He's been like, it's fine. In the history of every silver mask that's ever happened on Phoenix Island, do you really think any of them didn't have something go wrong from somebody misusing their powers? This is tiny. You're wet. I'm wet. I look good wet. I always have. And you look fantastic. No one's going to notice. It's fine.
And then the whole thing like help. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him real
Except
fast.
for that part right there, which I'm positive had nothing to do with you.
And you can't tell him because it was a telepathic message to everybody.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, you did a telepathic message?
no,
Well,
I
you
asked
three,
Kelsey.
the thing she
Yeah.
shot for help was just for you three.
I know.
Palacine's
No,
thing was for
I'm
everybody.
telling him what she just said. And then I'm gonna search. Like I'm going to burn.
Wait, what was I looking up? Oh, never mind.
Can I burn?
Burn. Sure, you can burn.
Oh, of course. Now I get a good roll.
I mean,
6, 5. So that's 11, 12, 13.
that's not what I want.
So. Okay, can I just do this, or do I have to do elemental awareness? So I'm going to check for any heat signatures, like surrounding the school and people moving in,
We got pokies.
moving.
Is
in.
elemental awareness? So read me.
Elemental awareness. Spend one burn and mark a condition to open your mind up to the world around you with your powers. You can ask any one question about the world around you, and the GM will answer honestly. So, like, my question would be, where are they coming in?
There's
Or where are
a
they?
series of ships entering low orbit. They're hot, which is why you notice them, but they're on a trajectory for the island. There's like a half dozen of them.
Okay, so the condition I'm going to mark is guilty then? Just guilty that I, am not there? Because I was expecting...
Wait, you have to mark a condition?
Mm-hmm. Spend one burn and mark a condition to open your mind up.
Okay. Yeah, so 6 ships. Definitely not terrestrial in origin. Weird designs just based off the heat signatures and stuff like that. You can practically, but yeah, they're definitely coming in hot. And
So I'm going to relay that information back to them.
don't ignore the name that's coming up. I'm giving this to you guys as a form.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
Yeah, actually, that works fine. There's no name attached to this one. Derek shapeshifts. Basically that kind of thing. But with like guns and pistols and stuff like that.
Do you maybe have any idea?
Not so much shapeshifts. I should say like he's got like sort of an image emitter that he just shuts off. Do you maybe have what now?
Do you have any information on this alien at all, or thing, or whatever it is?
Syl has a weird. She doesn't really get good imagery of what a thing is, but you can definitely tell he's flipping to something straight up insectile.
Yeah.
He might be a bug, really.
I mean, it was your guys' idea. See, this should give you some indication of how much I'm just making this shit up as I go, because you guys came up with that last night.
You suck, man. You suck.
What?
This sucks.
Why are you hitting the pillow? What did the pillow ever do to you?
Everything. You didn't
How I
have when I
to
needed
deal with
it.
this.
It let you scream into it
Okay.
multiple times.
Who's ready for a fight?
Sil, what are you doing?
Not.
I have to attack him, obviously.
All right.
I'm just gonna
Am I
take him
in charge
down
of
with my
getting
freaking
back
awesome
with
fighting skills like a badass.
Do you have what's your danger at now?
My danger? +1.
Do you have a way of shifting any of your labels?
I mean, they could shift them.
Could I shift them?
Yeah.
Okay. So after I give you the information I just got, I'm gonna say this looks to me like a hand-to-hand combat fight, and
Or just tell you need to take these guys out like before they get a chance to do anything. This is not a talkie-talkie. This is a punchy-punchy.
yeah, and you are definitely qualified for this. You're powerful and dangerous. Just do it.
Just maybe do it.
So
So-
I'm gonna take her mundane down and danger up.
I'm gonna go with that.
Haha! No, I'm the mundane.
Haha! Still don't have a +3 because
There's no such thing as niche protection in this game. There really isn't.
Everything is above negatives.
Don't think of it as being mundane, like crowding your mundane. Think of it as her
When you
pushing back on
directly engage
vigil.
a threat, roll plus danger on a hit, trade blows. On a 10+, pick 2. On a 7 to 9, pick 1. That's an 8, 9, 10. Success.
Woo!
On a 10+, pick 2. Resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, press, surprise, or frighten the opposition. I'm going to create an opportunity for my allies and resist or avoid their blows.
that's my girl.
Nice. Okay. I don't know where the weak spots are, but I know where they probably are. That's joints. You have a lot of them. Let me introduce you to each one of them in painful alphabetical order.
Kneecap, kneecap, elbow, elbow. You have 4 elbows.
That's not alphabetical. Elbow is before kneecap.
Not important.
Okay, let me get the thing here. Whoa. Where's the thing? Where's the thing?
Derelict is chic.
I really need to tell my mom soon. 'Cause,
Yeah.
There we go.
Maybe
And
I'll
you
do
told
it
us
next
you weren't
session.
going to do a fight at homecoming. Meanie pants.
I'm so attached to the idea.
Because how could there not be one?
How could there not be?
Also, frickin' Derek.
Derek!
It's always Derek. Stupid Derek.
No one likes you, Derek.
Although it might have been Rachel if you were done Derek. So. And then that would have been a shock. Like, Rachel?
That would have been funny.
Gets people, yeah.
There needs to be like a button here or something. Like that's where you feed it on so it looks cooler.
You said you were creating an opportunity for your allies?
Yes. She
Okay. What are you doing? Oh my god.
Break it up, ladies. Break it up. No. Oh, don't hurt me. I'm resisting or avoiding your blows. Ow. I hit my elbow on the glass and it hurt. No, fighting is not the answer. Oh, did you just hit me? Ow.
Alright.
How dare you?
So you're doing this thing, and he's reeling back and just struggling back away from you. And he, with one of his back limbs is kind of away from you, pulls out a blaster and fires into the punch canisters with like this superheated plasma burst kind of thing. It's gonna basically turn everything steam, like a gaseous steam kind of a thing.
Don't breathe.
Don't breathe in the gas.
What do
Syl
you?
can hold her breath for 2.5 minutes. Come at me,
Can
broski.
Jack?
He has portals. Through the mind, like can you connect me with Jack?
Ooh,
Yeah. That might
ooh,
be
I don't know.
I don't know if you want to be in that mind.
I can handle it. I need to get him out of here, so he does not do gaseous things.
Just point at him and say,
I need to be very
Are
straightforward.
you going to defend Jack?
Yeah.
All right, roll defend.
Defend.
It doesn't matter how you do it. We're not going to go through Palace here. We're going to have you roll
Savior
defend.
is 0.
it's fine.
To see the person. Oh wait, no, that's pierce the mask. When you defend someone or something from an immediate threat, roll plus saber. For NPC threats on a hit, you keep them safe and choose one. On
Yep.
7 and 9, it costs you. Expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation. Let's not do that. Okay, my superior is a 0, so it's just a flat out roll. That's a 7. Okay, on a 7
It gets
to
you
9,
to an 8 because you have influence on him, but it's still just an 8.
Okay, on a 7 to 9, ask 1. Well, wait, no, shoot. On a 7 and 9, it costs you. Expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation.
All right, you want him safe?
Yeah,
He's out.
cool.
He's like, the look he gives you is like, yeah. You're not breathing it. It is on your skin.
Ow!
Roll freak.
Am I aiming for
0?
low or high? Tell me, please. We're going for low, I'm assuming.
No.
Why would it
If
be-
you want it to have no effect on you whatsoever, then you want low. If you want to control it, you want high.
So anything works.
Yeah,
Really?
sort of.
That is an 8.
Okay. So on a hit, describe the first thing you realize you can do with the powers from the Invictus.
I just had an idea.
Doesn't
but
doesn't necessarily have to have anything to do with the abilities you already have.
That's what I was thinking.
Although that'd be
That
really depressing
sucks.
after the.
Yeah.
Because then you'd have to have that be taken all away from you again. So maybe don't do that.
But it would be so good.
It'd also kind of maybe be kind of an overload. So you might not be able to fight. So again, maybe don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, cat. Don't do it. Don't do it. So I feel like it would throw you off.
Well, yeah.
I mean, the simple stuff would be like making you really strong,
Yeah.
something like that.
You can fly over some, like, Nox being
Yeah.
an idiot.
Okay. I can run really, really fast.
She's a
Really, really fast.
So yeah, like twitch muscles. Okay, awesome. Okay. On a 7 to 9, the GM will lay out how the power is an unexpected complication or danger. Palestine, her heart rate is up at a 178 and climbing.
Oof.
I'm gonna have cardiac arrest.
What do you do? Oh, and you like basically go over and hit Derek about 47 times, and he drops like a
dead bug.
stepped on cockroach. Yeah. But what do you do? Because she's racing. It's climbing. Human hearts aren't meant to go that fast. And she's like, This is great, guys. I feel great. Derek's down. I got a little punch. Some of it's gaseous, but I'm fine. I'm totally fine. What should I do next?
This is really. Whoo!
It's having no effect on me whatsoever. She says that, talking like
I
Mach
could
8.
slow her down by doing what I did with Jabber.
Yeah, but that's not. Jabber was using like an actual like power, like an actual like
I know.
energy power. This is her body.
I know. That's my only suggestion
Yeah.
for me to help, though. So,
Healthy, what do you do?
I don't know.
just I guess you're dead.
Danger seems imminent. Maybe. I don't know. This is kind of cool, fun.
What if
weird
you
thing.
can't you like manipulate her brain or whatever?
I have memory manipulation.
Oh, wait, can I?
I
see
have
yours?
mind blast.
You might be able
I
to.
don't want to blast her mind though.
Well, I mean, if you're doing it to defend her, you might be able to calm her down.
Oh.
I mean,
Because I was thinking technically you can trick your brain into slowing your heart rate down, but
Would that work? To mind blast her?
well, if you mind blast her and scared her so much that it although that's like going really fast and really slow, which is probably also not healthy, but.
it's up to you. I mean, it's really just you extending your powers. We do it as an overcome, or maybe probably do it as a defend. What's your savior? Because you're using your powers in a weird way, a weird, unusual way. Which is,
-1.
I mean, you're not good at this. You never tried it this way, which is fine that it's a -1. You get an influence. You have influence with Syl, which will give you a +1.
Okay.
So that means it's just a flat out roll.
Do you have boost?
I do.
Booster.
You might be able to get in here and all kind of help.
Yeah, because I have 2 burn left.
So you just kind of. How much does the boost take?
Just 1 burn.
Do you have move?
Move? I do.
So you basically can fly in like crazy fast and like boost her by giving her extra energy or pulling off some energy. I mean, boost is boost. You can help however you decide you help. What does boost do?
Spend 1 burn to supercharge a teammate's efforts with your powers, giving them a +1 bonus to their roll as if you had spent team from the pool. Technically, I don't think I even need to move there.
Well, some way in which you could exchange power, but you could do it mentally. I mean, just kind of using the psychic link would work too.
Yeah.
But honestly, that just lets you spend team, and you guys have enough team to do that anyway. All right, savior. You get a +1, which gives you a straight up 0 because you have influence over Syl. So it's just a straight roll initially.
9.
9?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 4. It looked like a 1 initially. So a 9, you can get to a 10.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know how to help you, though.
Syl, how are you helping? Because you can just do it right there. Syl, how are... Well, okay, that's a little weird.
Yeah, I can't help myself.
So
Can't
you're on
help
the
her
psychic
help
link.
me.
Just how do you tell Syl to like help herself? Like what instructions do you give her? Like,
Breathe.
breathe, meditate for God's sakes. Do something to calm down.
Think of releasing all your energy. Just breathe. Like, don't hold the energy up inside you. Just let go. That's all I could say. Because I don't know how else to explain it.
Freaking chopper stuff.
Which Vigil's done before, and she's probably not wrong about it. So, what do you do to like kind of
Be ready for your mind to be
bring
blast.
calm yourself down? What do you
I'm
do?
just trying to stand still. I'm just like, it's like, just trying to stand
Wow.
still.
Okay. What do you do? What does this look like?
I
Is
just
it calming
mind
down her
blast
neurons,
her.
or are you doing like layering a mental command over her brain to calm her body down? Do you put her to sleep? It's not really a mind blast because you're doing it as a defend. You've never really done this kind of thing before. Like kind of putting somebody. It's almost like anesthetizing somebody or trying to put them into putting him to sleep, kind of. It may not actually work on Syl, like to put her to sleep, but it would calm down her body enough to like.
Yeah, I could try to do that.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, you're working with defend, which reflects you using your power in a weird like way that you're not necessarily super strong at, which is totally good. What's a 10 on the defend do?
Okay, on a hit, you keep them safe and choose one. Add a team to the pool, take influence over someone you protect, or clear a condition. I'm gonna clear a condition. Hopeless.
And what does it do for the person you defend?
It works.
Oh, so cool.
Nice.
Okay.
I know what I'm gonna do.
You're calmed down. Basically, you're still twitch fast, but you're not like heart racing, like chest is about to explode fast. You get out of the room as fast as you can and kind of rinse your hands and expose skin off and stuff like that. Things do calm down. It takes a while. But this, again, to Emilio's point, is not hardly the first time that there's been some kind of emergency.
But aren't people still coming?
Getting to that.
Okay.
There's a red device, like a little signal communication type thing, on the belt, on Derek's belt.
Just call everyone
that's like
Diego.
blinking. That's like blinking an alarm thing, like a flat red flashy kind of thing. And basically, when Derek went down, the ships stopped their approach and like veered off and rode the upper atmosphere long enough to head back up out of the atmosphere because something went wrong with the plan, kind of thing. There's more to learn about these guys. They're known to you. They're not from your homeworld, but they are known to you.
What's his name?
No. They're not what he is, but they are shock troops.
That ain't good. That means they might have found
They're like
They're looking for me.
they're like hired mercenaries.
Bounty hunters. They're looking for me, and they found
somewhere
me,
between
and
bounty
they know where
hunters,
I am.
basically like a hired army kind of thing. Like I want to hire a company of your people to go do a thing. Space Blackwater. But the rest of the evening basically progresses. People are a little shook, but the adults are really good at like going, it's fine. No, the dance keeps going. No more punch, but we're having stuff flown in. Literally flown in.
Is Colin okay?
Some of the people have a little bit, but Colin is like, he does get back into a human form, but he's kind of like occasionally like glitches. You guys have seen Ralph Wrecks the Internet? Or just Wreck-It Ralph?
No, I've seen Wreck-It Ralph, but I've not
So
seen
the little girl who can like glitch and kind of like tell, like that's kind of what he's doing. It's actually kind of cool. I can like get through circuit boards and stuff like that. I can't really apply my programming because it's kind of like being in it, but it's really neat. I can't decide if I want it to keep going or please stop. So there's a little bit of that, but he is calmed down and he does slowly start to wear off. And they've got treatments for some of this. Invictus is known for what it is, if not what specific, like what it does, if not specifically what it is. So the rest of the ball goes pretty well. There's a few weird looks kind of thrown your way because you started a steam bath in the middle of the dance floor. Freak. You saved the day again.
Excuse me. Bitch.
You would have died without me.
Come again?
I mean, she did defend you from the whole heart exploding thing. But
Yeah, but I
hey, you got to punch an alien.
everybody.
You got to punch the alien and like,
Yeah, and then Palpatine takes all the credit for it.
No, she
It's
didn't think
okay. I
I
didn't
looked
do anything, so you know.
Yeah.
All I did was say, "Hey, there's more guys coming." Like that's literally all I did.
I'm sorry. I'll have you burn something up, blow something up. You almost set the gym on fire?
Oh great! More explosions! Yay!
I can't tell what you were asking for. More explosions or less?
I honestly can't tell. I honestly can't tell. I can't tell if you're happier when things are going well or when they're going badly. And Diego is... Emilio. Fucking hell. Seriously, why am I so bad at this?
It's because you keep accidentally saying Diego, so now you remember Diego.
Except it's actually Emilio, and you're just bad.
Riptide. Anyway. The court is named. Of course, you're named princess for your class.
King?
What's that?
Who's
the prince? Who's the prince for the sophomores? Is Emilio.
Oh, yeah, probably. That makes sense.
Yeah, everybody kind of likes him. Oh, I didn't even. Is this okay if I can go?
I don't care.
You want to try to turn me into a frog later?
Oh, I get it.
Wait, I don't. What?
Princess and the Frog.
Oh,
Kiss
God.
It may not work the first. Is he walking up the steps? It may not work the first time, but if we try and try and try again.
Okay. Oof.
Oof.
Wow, that was intense, man.
Okay, so for who cares about the freshmen? The juniors are the two honor roll kids that aren't Chad.
Nobody likes Chad.
The president and vice president of the honor roll are, of course, the junior prince and princess.
Nobody cares about the freshmen.
And the king and queen, I don't think you guys know the king and queen really. The seniors are like on a whole other level. They don't really even interact with you guys. They're like on field duties a lot. A lot of their stuff is like field sort of like internships off campus and things like that. So they all kind of know each other, but they don't necessarily
know anybody else in
They
the
don't.
school.
They don't. Well, some they know the juniors and stuff because they were here before. But with you guys that are in younger classes and stuff like that, like all they were to you was the juniors when you were freshmen. So it's kind of a you kind of vaguely know them, Syl, but only because you were around, like as of oh shit, hang on. I see a doorbell. I think maybe.
Oh, that's probably my older brother then.
Hang on.
You should probably pack.
Let's ring the other doorbell.
No.
Can you just text and make sure that they didn't just ring the doorbell and nobody answered?
Well,
Because
my older brother hasn't texted me back. I just know that he's coming.
I have a notification on my watch, but I don't know if I have it on my phone.
He texts me when he's here, but he hasn't texted me,
Okay.
so.
All right. Okay.
I need lunch because I'm really hungry.
I know. I understand, and we're going to do that. Okay. So real quick, we're going to wrap up with stuff.
Palisade.
Palisade. Closer to team, farther away from team, more than your
Closer
energy.
to Ember.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Because of like our whole talk at the beginning, and then with the notes,
Oh.
and then being at her mom's house.
Oh my god.
She needs. I've grown closer to Ember because I realized that she needs a massive support network to deal with that.
Because she heard what I hear like every day, you know, just.
Don't touch my Monday.
I like it. Don't touch my mundane. You need to. What you need to do is do one of the things where you lock it.
Yeah, I
You
need
don't have to worry about it.
2 more to
Be right
get
back.
to the next stage, and then I can lock
I
it.
didn't use the restroom.
So I need 3 more level ups. But I never get
I'm gonna move your freak up and your danger down.
Okay, I'll do it.
Actually, wait. No. I'm gonna move your savior up. and your danger down.
That's very accurate.
Yeah.
Now I just have a +3 mundane, 0 superior, 0 savior, +1 freak, 0 danger.
I mean,
I'm
that's
just a
pretty
blank
She doesn't
slate
have. She doesn't have
besides-
anything in the negatives either. I have a -2 superior.
I'm a blank slate besides my mundane.
You're just not good at planning, man.
I'm just a blank slate, pretty much the entire people. Everyone keeps moving my freak down, but that's like the one thing I'm good at besides being dangerous. But no one likes being dangerous.
Move your freak back up.
Oh no, I don't. I think I'm gonna say more.
Ember,
Yeah,
what's the routine for you more near into yourself?
more into my own image of myself.
Okay, you gonna shift your labels around?
I am.
You get to mark potential or remove a condition because of drawing closer to the team thing.
I'm gonna get rid of angry. Still insecure.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. Ember. No. Sil.
So, closer to Palisade.
Aww.
Tell me why.
Because she fits me. And I feel guilty that she's had to deal with Colin slandering at Ember's house.
You don't think I feel guilty about that too?
Danger up, mundane down. Is that like I like that or?
You got the points to spend. And the thing is, that your Monday got dropped twice in a quick succession, and it's still positive. What's your danger at now?
+3.
Ready to kick some butt?
Changing around, man.
So, I was thinking,
Yes.
it was very nice coming to your mother's house. I'm sure the restaurant nearby where she got the food was very good. But, I mean, my abuela isn't around, but I thought maybe he would come over and visit my family. It is a little bit different. And my father and I could cook. You can bring everybody. It's a little bit different. It should be a little bit different experience.
Definitely better.
If you don't mind a bunch of old stories about what it's like to be an amazing superhero that everybody looks up to, I know that could be very tiresome.
That sounds like such a relief.
I'll bring cookies.
Do we get to invite everybody, or you just want to meet my father on your own?
It's up to you.
He is extremely charming, I have to warn you.
It's up to you. We don't.
He is, however,
need to
very,
plan it.
very, very old. Don't ever tell him that I said that, because then he will hurt me.
I want to go.
I want to go and I want to bring cookies.
I just want to go.
I want cookies.
Okay, and with that, we will conclude Whoop Whoop Whoopity Whoop
Yay.
Homecoming edition.
Whoop, whoop,
Homecoming
whoopity.
Edition. Whoop Whoop Whoopity Whoop, the Homecoming Edition. Anybody want to roll some dice?